What's up? You guys ready to pick a fight? Terrence Popp here, redonkulous.com.
I was always yelling in there. Make sure you turn down your speakers over there, Jimmy. I can hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
I got you on mute.
We got a special guest host with us today. Not to mention your co-host. What's up?
Uh-huh.
I'm Blake, toxic male, and over here we have one of our leading donators of all time, not to be confused with the DNA donator, Jimmy Bonez.
What is up, gentlemen?
He's even got his redonkulous shirt on there. Show the guys that, Jimmy.
Boom. Fear me.
That looks like you've never worn it before. I call shenanigans.
Oh, I've worn it. I've worn it multiple times. There we go.
All right.
Just not on a date, because then you'd have to explain yourself.
It's all right, man. I like getting to like the average dudes out there, you know.
Pull that mic in a little bit, Bob.
You know, I like getting to like the average dudes out there, such as yourself, and try to teach them through my mistakes. Because 85% of the stuff I talk about, I did it myself.
Not that you would know or anything.
Oh my God.
Hey, I've learned through my mistakes through you. So
Good, because you're a wise man. The wise man learns through the mistakes of others, and the fool learns from his own.
Yes.
Yep, I've watched the common mistakes men make, and
we all make those, man.
A few of those. So
Monkey necking.
Monkey necking. I think my personal favorite of all time from that one is when you get caught smelling your finger. We've all done it.
Hey, we all do it.
We all do it.
Look,
that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah. Well, you got to sniff the dipstick. That's just the way it goes.
Well, it'll get you in trouble if you sniff it and make a face. You know, you're just like, it's like, oh yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
So popcorn and soda for a movie? Leave the room.
I'm out of here.
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. You get that emergency call. Oh, I gotta go pull CQ. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I don't want to talk to you. Hey!
All right.
That's a classic story. I will never, ever get tired of throwbacks to that particular incident.
I'm telling you, man. I don't even know. I just got to that point. I had drank her up to a 7, and some time had surpassed since my last drink, and she rapidly went down to a 5, and I was done. I pulled out like a champagne cork and ran. I didn't just run. I sprinted.
We've all been there.
For all I was worth.
You ever had a moment like that, Jimmy?
Yes, I have. The actual moment that I knew that I was thinking with my dick and not the big head was one of them moments. met this girl and having a good time, flirting back and forth. And she's like, "Hey, let's go out for drinks." All right. Yeah, I'm down for that. So we go to the bar, get some wings, get some all this and that. Keep talking and whatnot. And she's like, "Well, why don't we go back to your place?"
Oh.
Hey.
A little forceful. Okay.
Things are looking up.
Things are looking up, and not in just one way more than the other.
You got one eye looking up and two eyes looking forward.
Where's your sound box, Pop?
Well, let's just say my situation was just pretty similar to Pop's situation there. She was, I drank her up, and then all of a sudden, about 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, fuck, I'm sober. I look over and I'm like, what the hell did I just do? And
just bolt for the door, man.
It was back at my place. So I was like, this probably ain't going to happen for a little while. So I'm just going to go ahead and take you on home.
That's when you build a panic room. you just seal yourself in there, talk to her over a loudspeaker.
Listen, man, that's why I put in place the 90-day crazy gate. If you're dating a woman, you wait 3 months before she ever sees your place, at a minimum. All right, because if you don't follow that rule, that's how you wind up with broken windows in your house, slashed tires,
throw pillows.
You get your car keyed up. And this actually happened to a friend of mine. Somebody on his front lawn with lighter fluid, traced out, "You are a dick," and then set it on
shit.
fire.
Oh God.
And it took months for the grass to grow back. The
I'm
grass
glad
didn't come
that-
back till the
I'm
following
glad
spring.
the chick that I moved in with, she bolted. I don't have to worry about that. Locks are changed. I've got the only key other than the landlord, and
Okay. Well, she was never on the lease, right?
no,
All right. Well,
Yeah, that would have been bad news bears.
no. Well, actually, she was, but I told as soon as she left, I called the landlord and said, "Hey, this bitch done, just Houdini'd on me. Take her ass off the lease." And he says, "You know what? Don't worry about it." And I was like, "You know what? You're cool."
It's a good
But
thing
we're
you
get-
didn't Houdini
we're
on
gonna
her. Otherwise, you'd wind up in jail.
yeah.
That would be bad.
All right, do you know what the Houdini is, right?
Yes, I do, and I don't ever want to experience it.
Well, then you're a wise man. You have to worry
Yeah.
about going to jail.
The real question is, though, who goes to jail in the Houdini? Is it conspiracy to commit Houdini? Like, gets the first guy, and then, like, actually committing the Houdini gets the second guy? I don't know.
Is there a charge conspiracy to rape?
I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
Or
There's,
is it just conspiracy?
I mean, in Australia, they have, like, conspiracy to commit non-niceness, and make financial gain, whatever it.
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
the charge
we covered
was.
that. Yeah, we covered that. And that
Whatever
that
the charge
one guy.
was for that dude, the love rat, what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah. Some of those charges, I'm like, you're literally getting charged for just being an asshole.
I mean, what else? What do you think is going to happen? You loan a perfect stranger that you've never met before $500 on a city bus, and then you regret it afterwards and Google his name. Oh no, I've been had.
I got fooled.
Where?
That dude really, he seriously has to have a love rat to get away with that. He has to.
Well, shit. Did you guys hear that story about that cop that was living not the double life but the triple life?
What was it? What?
Oh,
no,
do I?
no.
What
I
people
can't-
want to know about this?
I don't know. I was, I gotta have Snapchat just because to look at the bullshit that they post. But Daily Mail, they had a cop that was living a triple life or some shit like that. And they even interviewed one of the women. They said, "Oh yeah, he's not even all that good in bed." And I was like,
Well, of course they're going to say that now.
Yeah, women.
Well, yeah.
Women usually. I mean, if you're with a woman and you're with her for like more than 6 months, she's not going to stay with you if you don't pull out the Wonder Worm and perform well. Okay.
"Absolutely."
Was this the Texas Ranger you were talking about there, Jimmy?
I don't remember. I just remember seeing it and just tapping on by it, but that probably is.
Okay, because I have something here. I'll bring this up for you guys so you could take a look, because this looks pretty egregious.
Oh God.
We're over at the Daily Caller. Report: Police chief living a double/triple life resigns after being arrested by Texas Rangers. You go down the page here. It's become a viral social media post by Cicely Steinmetz, accused Jason Collier, chief of police for a town of Stinnett, of lying to her and presenting her with fake annulment documents to cover up his marriage and hide his double/triple life.
That's probably the same dude.
And then he's got another girlfriend named Christy that he's been keeping in the dark.
Okay. So wait. Well. So
Why would you want the frustration?
Yeah.
Just
I
asking
can
for a
barely
friend.
handle one woman. Why would you want to try to handle three?
Like literally,
hell?
I was watching this. I was
I mean,
watching.
when you're young and dumb and full of something that rhymes with dumb, I guess.
I was
Yeah,
watching
that's true.
this documentary called "Divorce Iran Style."
Oh no!
Oh
And-
God.
Isn't that when you just throw them off a building?
No. Okay. Like it
Bye.
all right, first of all, that whole system is totally geared towards the dude,
Yes.
but no, I mean the language changes, the laws are different, but it's the same bullshit. It was so entertaining. I was like, oh my God, it was so funny.
It's like, oh, you think you're living in a patriarchy over here? Try getting divorced in Iran.
Oh my, but but the thing is, it's like it's not like a courtroom. They're literally the guy standing here, the imam, and they're like literally at his desk, And I'm watching it, and this one lady is like, he doesn't perform well. You know, I have to make the first move.
He's only got
and,
3 inches.
and she's like, she's just getting savage. And you can see his relatives standing behind him. They're like, pulling their hair out. They're like, they're like, why is she bringing this up? This is embarrassing. People in the hall will hear it. You know, I literally, I was on the floor laughing. It was hilarious.
I've seen really crazy, whacked out videos of, you know, like Iranian domestic violence. I mean, really like the people call it Iran. You know, most of the relationships in that country really should be named I Run, because that's usually what happens at least 3 times a week, especially when she burns dinner. But, you know, like this chick has apparently made a crack about this dude's Peg D in front of some relatives. And he starts smacking her across the face, and then he makes the mistake of saying in front of his family and friends, 3 inches should be enough for you. Well, now we have a different side of the story. But a little tickle your pickle.
Oh, my God.
When it is the size and shape of a gherkin pickle, all you could expect her to do is laugh. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's not your fault. Genetics are a bitch.
Well, hey.
And so is your ex-wife. But I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did see a meme earlier that was a girl got her haircut and it was 4 inches. She goes, I got my haircut 4 inches shorter. And the guy goes, well, 4 inches. Fuck, I can't remember how it went. Fucking up.
Damn
Sorry,
it.
guys.
It's all right. Yeah, my youngest daughter, I had dinner with her a couple days ago. And she comes in and she's like, I just want to tell you, I'm getting my hair cut.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, no. Because she's got beautiful, long, thick hair. All right? And she's always had long hair.
They always want to screw it up.
She's always had long hair her entire life. So I'm like, all right, well, we're going to cut it. How short? And she's like, it doesn't matter. I go, I will pay you not to cut it that short. Give me a number. And she's just like, I might dye it purple or pink. I go, all right, definitely give me a number. And you don't do that.
No.
For the love of all that is holy.
I hope she doesn't do that. I think she's going to get it cut, but she's not going to get it cut drastically short. And no pink hair. I'll really get upset. Because, listen, people don't seem to understand that if you let a woman talk long enough, she always tells on herself.
A little bit.
Okay? And if you come across a woman who has hair that is just not naturally colored, there's only 2 things. She works in the sex industry, or she's crazy.
Or she just votes Democrat. There's always that. I mean,
They're crazy.
I mean, when you dye your hair colors that do not exist in nature, except for on poisonous frogs, and what do you think we're going to think about?
And snakes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm serious. Like usually Mother Nature will give crazy color schemes to the most just toxic, poisonous, vicious animals there are. So then other animals can look and go, hey, you know what?
Yeah, you know?
I think I should not mess with that guy.
I think I'm gonna step aside and avoid that shit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
When you turn on the neon light like you will die, you should probably listen to it. Otherwise, you might die.
Yeah, you
just
probably
might
will.
die.
You just might die.
It is important to avoid the poisonous penile suckers.
Now, I'm going to be honest. There were a couple times, like back in the day
they'll
when
even do that
when I
for
was
you.
doing my damage, that the weird colored hair thing wasn't a thing. Tattoos were a thing. And there were there's about half a dozen women that I entertained who had a lot of tattoos. And I freely went into it because I realized tattoo, it starts with a T and so does temporary. I was temporary. And you know what? If you know that going in, you're good.
If you know that going in, you know ahead of time to pull out.
At least you would hope to pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there have been times.
And me, I'm the guy that does like the tattoos on the women, but
There's a line.
there is a line.
Yeah.
You know, if she's got the neck tattoos
No.
or the face tattoos,
Nope.
walk off the lot.
That's right.
That's an about face and straight to porn.
Or if she looks like an African tribal hunter, like this chick that I'm putting up on the screen. Oh Lord, she's got like the full-on black contacts. I'm losing count of the number of facial piercings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's just her nose and mouth. And Space Ghost is on.
Space Ghost was on 3 piercings ago. If there's more than 3 piercings on the face, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't care how freaky she is. I don't care how good she is in the bedroom. No.
Well, you see, when you get to my age, I mean, the bedroom thing is good.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't get home cooked food. I would like a woman who knows how to cook. Okay?
Yep.
Oh, we got a ginger hamster in the house.
Uh-oh.
Just want to let everybody know that.
Because I can, I mean, I was only married for 6.5 years. Other than that, I have always lived alone. I went in the Army at 17, and I mean, literally, I've grown accustomed to it. I do my own laundry. I fix my own clothes. I cook my own food most of the time. If I sprain a finger and I can't dial it in, but it's just not a big thing.
No.
It's not.
Yeah,
So what's
funny-
the first thing on the list we're going to talk about today?
What is the first thing on the list today? Well, it's on the title card. It's on everyone's minds. Sadly, it's not on OnlyFans yet. AOC.
All right, I'm gonna be honest here. All right, AOC. I like Latina women, and I know
You never told me, bro.
that AOC is probably rocking a nice pair of tits. I would really like to see those.
We've all seen that college video.
But
But
don't let them socialist titties drag you down the
Oh, no.
wrong hole there, Pop.
No.
we already know that she's a Cry Me Too person.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying that. I just want to see them. If somebody
Oh,
out there has a picture or a vid of her knockers, send them to us because I want to see them.
I'm sure there's one out there of her in college, a little too whiskey drunk, and some guys said, "Hey,
Show us your.
we're
tit.
playing truth or dare. You just happened to got dare."
Yep. And she said yes to the first dare, which was show me your titties, and then the second one was, I bet you could run for Congress. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could run for Congress as soon as you stop speaking in vowels. So how many people we have watching today?
Seriously, who voted in this horse-faced turd?
I don't know.
Dominion. Oh fuck! Sorry.
Oh, there you
Sorry,
go.
guys, I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might get the coof over there,
bullshit
man.
there.
A little bit of the coof, a little bit of yahoo.
Yeah, you caught yourself some.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, man. You
Better
gotta,
get yourself some
Well,
hydroxychloroquine.
I've got my medicine right here, man.
Amen.
that's dandy. You go to the airport and get yourself one of those Chinese anal swabs. I heard that.
I saw that. They were doing like this demonstration. This guy in China, like doing the anal swab to this guy. I was like,
It's like I am now safer.
this stick was almost a foot long. I'm like,
Wow.
what the hell is that?
Like
Go on
seriously,
my-
I would feel safer
I
running through
made
the
a
rifle
meme
range.
about that. Go on my Instagram, and it was when Chris Cuomo was with Andrew Cuomo
Oh,
and doing
yeah,
their
yeah.
whole thing, and he's holding the big ass fucking nose swab.
Jody loves
That's
Chachi.
And the meme was, "Hey, China just came out with the new anal swab to test for COVID. Spread your cheeks and bend over."
Yep.
Yeah, so how many people we have watching tonight, there, Blake?
We currently have 819 people watching. Thank you all for tuning in. And
Thank
for those
you.
of you who don't know, this is one of our top donators, Jimmy Bones.
Winning.
Because there's people in the chat who are just coming in. They're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Jimmy Boones.
Well,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
wanna be a
if
different
you don't know,
kind of a show.
You're
Hey,
gonna
didn't
know.
we say we're gonna put fans on
Yeah.
the show every
Yeah,
every
we
now
want
and
to be.
again?
We don't want to just have to do other content creators and things like that. Where we're going to do that too, but
I
to
did-
be able to open a platform to our fans, especially those that support us.
I
every
did
week.
think of a title if you guys are ever gonna do a fans live stream.
Oh yeah,
2.5 Richards,
2.5 Richards.
or two Richards and one fan. Take your pick.
I like it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I want to put out there, everyone. Does everyone like the ride and roasts? Because I really enjoy doing those. And
Yeah, I
I'm
do
just
too.
trying to
Oh,
get
those-
some feedback from the fans if they like that stuff.
Yeah, those are fun. And the new one actually on Alt Tech, if I remember correctly, is doing quite well.
How's it doing?
Let's take a look here. Let's see what all is going on. I don't know. For some reason, my windows are taking a while to load up tonight.
Yeah, your Windows is messing
And
up.
my Windows is all screwed up, man.
Yeah. Did you
Well,
guys?
you didn't do the update for McAfee like I did for my last laptop, did you there, Blake?
You mean the one that bricked your laptop?
Oh, I was so fucking pissed.
Hey,
And then
man,
you took it to Staples, which I didn't know still existed, and because I think the one
Yeah.
over in Clawson closed.
No, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Damn,
Yeah,
Staples is still around, huh?
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah,
go
the
there all
dude,
the time
the
to buy,
dude
like,
said, "Well, I
odds and
can't do nothing for you, but I'm going to download the Windows update for you, and you just do this and that and this and that and this and that." And I was like, "Dude, I bought this laptop on Sunday. What can you do?" He's like, "You know what? Let me look. I've got one in the back." I said, "Fucking replace this piece of shit."
Yeah.
Who went in and changed our freaking BitChute video to not safe for work? Because that is not how I published it.
Not safe for work.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, as you guys can see here, if you're only watching us on YouTube, you're missing out. On BitChute, we're currently sitting at 16,537 subs, and the video that was just posted yesterday, the new Ride and Roast, is already at 7,300 views.
That's pretty good.
We're getting better play on BitChute now than we were getting on YouTube after like 2 or 3 years. So
Yeah.
pretty nice. And the
That's pretty
audience engagement on there is fantastic. So I cannot wait for live shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to
That's
do
gonna be
like
good.
one alt tech exclusive live stream a week, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I'm going to start putting together some of the trade craft videos I'm going to do for Live from the Layers.
Ah, nice. Everybody's
That'll
telling me to
be
keep
good.
the cruise reservation windows down. I'm like, hey, guys got to have a hobby besides your wife. Wee.
So, apparently, AOC
Is a
getting-
liar.
is a straight up. She's a straight up liar,
Liar.
and they're calling her out for it because it's blatant.
One of her own colleagues, I'm going to put this up here, it's from Town Hall. One of AOC's colleagues says that she lied about her, quote, near-death experience.
You're talking about the whole like storming of the Capitol.
Yeah, the supposed riot at the Capitol, which really wasn't even that. It was Capitol Police letting unarmed protesters into the building.
And they walked in. They didn't like sprint in there. It wasn't a dynamic entry or anything.
No, I mean, yeah, did some people get in there and act a fool? Absolutely. But when you compare that to just one night of stunning and brave, fiery but peaceful protests that have been going on since May, almost nonstop. I mean, it was like 4 broken windows and a busted door. Was about the extent.
And they shot. They shot that
there
one
were
girl.
a couple of overturned bookshelves too, Blake.
Oh my
Forget
goodness
that.
gracious! Yeah, I hope they don't have to return their
Yeah.
library books late. A-holes.
Yep.
It really blows my mind that we have had all these all this lovely, stunning and brave burning and looting and murdering since May. Right? And all of it supposedly is these people getting together to protest police brutality. But we're going to be totally fine with Congress giving a standing ovation to the Capitol Police after literally gunning down an unarmed civilian.
Yeah,
That's totally fine.
who was a veteran.
As a veteran, exactly.
Yeah.
And they won't release his information or his identity.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Shocker.
If I
That's understandable,
no,
but
if I really wanted to get his name and identity, I could do it.
I'm sure you could, Pop.
Ugh. But what I love about this AOC crap is that, I mean, she's just getting. I mean, the lies just keep on coming. This is not the first time that she's told a lie. And on a very similar note here, and we kind of hinted at this last week, but AOC saying Ted Cruz almost had me murdered away. I mean, that is blatant libel.
It is.
Yes.
If he was not a public, I mean, that would be an airtight defamation case.
It sounds like an airdyke case.
Airdyke.
But he can't sue her for?
I sincerely, they really should be able to, but there's this whole mess about, being a public servant or a public figure of any kind.
Listen,
and,
you know what?
So I want to interject just a little bit.
Go ahead.
So Congress just voted for that. What's that girl's name? The QAnon girl or whatever.
Marjorie something.
Yeah.
The Green, whatever her name is. They just voted to remove her from her positions.
Yep.
And guess what? Shocker, it passed.
But Liz Cheney, she's just fine.
But Liz Cheney, yeah, she can stay. She can stay.
Listen,
Ugh.
first of all, the Republicans and the Democrats have proved they're nothing but traitors. The government doesn't represent the people anymore, and it's just a matter of time, and before it gets ugly. I'm just, I hope he can pull out of it, but I'm not seeing it.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but something's got to give, and it's gonna happen.
Yep.
No, we remove a QAnon supporter, but we keep Liz Cheney on her positions, even though she's said some stupid shit, and even though she's only got 13% of God damn it.
Was it party approval or something?
Approval, yes. Thank you.
13%.
13% approval in the state of Wyoming. But yet she's going to keep her job on her committees.
Yep.
But we got Swallowswell.
Oh, yeah.
That has been caught banging fang.
Fing fang.
Also, did you know that there's Trump Book USA?
I saw that. I did see that. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I ought to sign up for that. But then again, maybe I shouldn't.
I signed up for it. I have a page and a group on there. So anyone out there who's on board with it, sign up, join the group.
Ugh. It really is amazing, and it just shows you how far and how pathetic the deep state establishment really is in this country. The fact that, they're trying to impeach a president after he's out of office, which is antithetical.
Impeach a private citizen. Yeah, let's do it.
It's illegal what they're doing, but I've never understood why the Democrats do this, because it's so easy to look this stuff up. You remember when he was trying to push through Coney Barrett into the Supreme Court during an election year? Democrats and the media were saying it's unprecedented. This has never happened before. It's happened like 9 times before.
Yep.
But they're saying, there's a precedent for this.
There is none.
There's not. This has never been done because impeachment is specifically about removal from the office of presidency. So doing this after he's out of office, it can only be to prevent him from running again in 2024.
Well,
that'd be the only reason for it.
If he's not in the position, they can't do it. He's like you said, he's no longer in office. So, I don't think he's going to run again in 2024.
I don't either.
I think they're going to kill. They're going to kill him. He's going to get Hillaried.
He's going to get suicided. He's going to shoot himself in the back of the head 18 times.
I think he may be a little too protected, just because of the support that he has within the base.
All right, you just keep thinking that, bro.
Well, the thing is, they may kill him, but it would not go unpunished.
It would be a
do that.
double suicide. It would be a suicide with 2 shots to the back of the head.
This is not like an Epstein situation.
Is this on your list too? That they're actually going to try to purge all of the Trump supporters from the military?
Well, there's already been some scuttlebutt about that, especially because
No,
Yep.
I read about it in the Military Times.
Oh, really? So that's happening now.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's going to work out well. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to wrap this up first before we go off in the weeds.
Oh, yeah,
though.
okay.
So I mean,
Yeah, we're going off.
We're going off in
a
the
little bit
weeds.
too
going
far.
off in the weeds. Bottom line, when it comes to this whole AOC crap, she claimed that the reason why she was, going to get killed, has a near-death experience. She claimed that she was in her office when it happened. Well,
Which is
as it turns
across
out,
the street and down the street
Yeah,
from
that's
the
across
actual
town.
Capitol building.
so she would have been like down here somewhere. Yeah, this is her office right here, where you can see this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I
Listen, I was
can move this up.
I was in D.C. on that day, and after Trump gave his little speech thing, and everyone was walking towards the Capitol,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what? That little voice in my head was like, nah, get on the subway, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
by the time
That
I
was-
got
that
to
was
my
actually-
room,
That was a very smart thing to do.
and by the time I got to my room, I heard all this craziness had happened, and I was like, this is so stupid.
It is ridiculous. Like let's do a quick thing here. We got this map up on the screen here. This is the Capitol building. This is where the so-called riot happened. Okay, this is Representative Katie Porter's office down here across the street, and then AOC's office is actually off the screen down here at the bottom, where she had her near-death experience.
Yeah, and these are facts.
Facts.
And I know the chat's not going to like this, but I watch Tim Pool for my political
I watched Tim Pool as
Reasons.
well.
Yeah, so do we.
Tim. I like Tim. He's a good dude. I don't agree with everything he says.
Nor do I.
That's the main thing. But you know what? He's level-headed and says, you know what? I'm just giving you what I see. And he's like, you know what? Here's the timeline, and here's what AOC says. I'm pretty sure we are past the time limit of monetization. But I'm just gonna say it. I've always said that AOC is the annoying opinionated
Ugh,
Sounds refreshing.
it's really not.
No, it's not.
Oh man.
But yeah, she was saying that the Trump supporters were breaching the Capitol building, and she was in danger like an hour before Trump even finished his speech.
Of course. Well, and now she's accusing a senator of attempted murder, and no one seems to really care.
Who's
And
batting an eye?
Oh, and
ugh.
did you see what Maxine Waters wants to fucking put on Trump too?
Oh boy.
What?
She wants to put him on trial for attempted murder or some fucking
For
bullshit
what?
like that.
What?
He didn't.
Yes.
Nah.
Telling people to go home, with some hippie trippy speech about peace in your heart and stuff like
Yes.
that is not inciting anything other than going
No.
home and getting high. So, and even then, you're still kind of twisting his words to go and get high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Then again,
To each
that's
their
what
own.
you get with the mainstream media and
Well,
all these ass
what they're
hats.
trying to do is they're trying to turn all the Trump supporters into villains. So
Oh,
that
we're
they-
not villains. We are terrorists.
Yeah, we're
oh yeah,
whatever.
absolutely.
We're
yeah.
terrorists.
And-
We are domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
That's what we are because
Yeah.
we don't align with them.
I have no idea how they're going to handle 80 million people.
I'm pretty sure it's north of 80 million.
Yeah. I just it's not good.
Yeah, let's totally
No.
listen to Maxine Waters. Let's take a look and see exactly what it is, the kind of stuff that she has to say. Here we go.
Oh,
I think the sketchy website I got this
Ah,
title from
stupid
stole
ads.
all
You
my
can smurf my balls.
and snork my shaft.
Snork my shaft, you bastards. Oh, I've got to do like this full 15-second freaking ad here. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to do that.
No ads.
No ads. No F
No
ads. Oh,
ads.
here we go.
What?
That cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station. You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Oh, okay. So that's perfectly okay. Outright
yeah,
inciting
that's
harassment
perfectly
and
fine.
violence is totally okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
And
Trump
then
telling you to
and
go
then
home
look
with
what
peace in your
happened
heart.
during the what was it the
Oh,
the party when Trump was bringing in the new Supreme Court. Sorry, too much
Yeah.
whiskey. I'm drawing a blank.
yeah.
No,
it
no,
happens.
they're pounding on the door and they're doing all that stupid shit. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, no, it was when
Oh,
everybody was
Kavanaugh.
leaving
You're talking about Kavanaugh.
and when everybody was leaving the lawn, and then Rand Paul was walking around, and all of a sudden BLM and Antifa, the
Oh yeah, they beat the
Oh.
crap out of him.
those folks, how is that not inciting a riot?
I have no
With
idea.
those words that Maxine Waters, Pelosi, AOC, all these Democrats.
Harris herself saying that they shouldn't stop. Everyone beware because
Yeah.
these people should never
Come-
stop.
Come swallow up, pull my Harris, heels up Harris herself.
Pull my Harris. I haven't heard that one before. I like it.
I like it.
Oh,
All right, what's the next one?
Oh man, another thing that I have to point out here is that AOC has been caught in I don't know how many lies in the past. I mean, she owes back taxes.
Her
of course,
life is a web of lies.
they're corporate taxes too.
lies.
So you got to tell that's like double hypocrite.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the fact that she's selling her lovely, stunning, and brave sweaters during a pandemic shutdown caused by her own political party that say tax the rich.
yeah.
And of course, she's selling them all for $58 a piece.
But you know what the funny thing is? Like the first 2 weeks when those sweaters were on sale, the extra small and the like double XL were sold out. So that'll tell you a lot about her fucking base.
Soy boys and feminists.
Wow, that's actually a good intel analyst
Exactly.
deduction.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, skinny little useless biatches and super duper fat
Biatcha.
dudes.
Yep.
oh man, and watching
See,
the
And
Twitter
you know
crowd.
me, I'm a skinny dude. I'm 160 pounds soaking wet. But you know what? The way I think of it, I'm 180, 200 pounds American.
America.
America.
American. On
America.
a good day. You know,
America.
if I have to, 250 with my equipment,
Oh, yeah.
which I will not disclose.
I understand.
You all lost it in a tragic boating accident.
I understand.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yep. So anyway,
This is actually a good opportunity to segue into one of the topics that we wanted to talk about today. H.R. 127.
oh, the gun shit.
The new Democrat
Oh.
anti-gun bill, which is being described as insanity on steroids.
I just want to say,
And that's where Pop finishes his drink.
Okay.
yep.
I-
I just want to say before Pop starts his start,
Because we know he's going to go off.
for those that are wanting to be a future gun owner, and if this bill gets passed, I'm sorry, but you are SOL JWF.
Yep.
Shit out of luck and jolly well fucked.
All right. So I skimmed through the 127 bill. If it passes, every single gun owner will be a felon automatically.
Yep. Oh, I would be
Automatically.
probably 5 or 6 time felon just because of the magazines that I have.
Like, all my shit is gone. I had to get rid of it. I had to sell it because of my divorce. But, what are you going to do?
You know, you went canoeing with your buddy, and he was like, "Hey, bring your safe." And I was like, "Hey, well, here's all my stuff in it, and the canoe can hold."
I have a friend of mine who's an ATF agent.
All right.
And I was just talking to him today, and he was like, yeah, there's only 3,000 ATF agents in the country. That is not a lot of guys.
No.
Not a lot of guys. I'm just going to put that out there. So, yeah. Now, this is going to have huge repercussions. Just the fact that they're attempting to do this. Like I said, when Biden came into office, he's going to start doing stuff, and he's going to show his hand, and then he's going to start really alienating a lot of people. So not only do we have the 80 million people who voted Republican, we have all of the gun owners who will now are potentially be felons. And it's just going to take a few more things to tip it the wrong way, and then it's going to be game on.
Yep.
And
Well, to me, it was Congress fully was like, hey, Virginia is doing this. So they dipped their foot into it when Virginia was pushing their bullshit.
yeah,
And they had their armed insurrection
Of course.
full of
yeah.
white supremacists
Whiteys.
and all
Listen.
that shit.
listen.
It's like, you know what? I don't care who you are, as long as you are a good person and use your weapon to defend myself, yourself, and the innocents around us. I don't care.
Well,
And that's what most incidents of gun usage in this country actually are. Is
Exactly.
self-defense and diffusing situations. It is in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, every year, because not all of them are reported.
Nope.
Compared to the few thousand gun deaths, vast majority of which are suicide.
yeah.
80% of the homicides are drug-related
Or gang violence.
or gang. Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Usually those things kind of go hand in hand.
and that's all fueled by single mothers.
A little bit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I skimmed through the 127. I didn't read it in detail because my blood pressure gets high when I read such.
Do you want me
stupidity.
to kind of lay it out for
Yeah.
people who haven't read it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll put
Please,
this up on the
please
screen.
do, Blake. Please do.
I'll break out a little bit of Stewie here for you. Gun registration is gun confiscation. Under this legislation, anyone can find out if you have a gun, and within 3 months, you have to tell the government where you bought all of your guns, where they were purchased, and where they are currently being stored. That makes it easy to grab your guns. Americans would
Nah.
need a federal license to own a gun, and they'd have to take a psychiatric test. Family members would also be interviewed. It will control the ammo you are allowed to have, and you won't be allowed to have magazines. This is, so you're basically saying gun owner licensing on a federal level, which is illegal, but according to the Second Amendment, psychological evaluations, and family members being interviewed, which is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, retroactive gun registration, which is just stupid, separate licensing for modern sports rifles, and that's just skimming off the top there.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
I'm going to be honest.
It's a monstrosity.
As an individual who's, a former sniper, you get your hands on a 26-inch heavy barrel 30 caliber rifle, and you get a decent scope. You put it on there. You are infinitely more lethal than anybody with an assault rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you know how to creep and crawl and do all the other stuff snipers do. So, I don't know. I don't get it, other than the fact that they are desperate. They want to disarm this country because they know they are in a very precarious position.
The funny thing is, if you look at who sponsored the bill, it's the same chick that has Queen Amidala as her hairdresser.
Oh yeah,
And the same chick that says an AR-15 weighs more than two 50 caliber canisters of ammo.
Sheila Jackson Lee.
She doesn't know what she's goddamn talking about. I
Sheila
carried you.
Jackson Lee.
If you give a 5-year-old person, a 5-year-old kid, and give them, say, hey, do not put your finger on the trigger until I am told and until I tell you to, I guarantee you that 5-year-old will have the time of their life shooting rounds downrange
Yeah.
and say, hey, that was fun. But oh no, a guy from Vice or Vox or whatever,
Oh, that douchebag.
he says, oh, I shot a 5.56 and
I'm
now I have
traumatized.
PTSD.
I have PTSD. That's
Listen,
right up there with the feminist who said that she got PTSD from twatter.
That's so
I got PTSD from mean tweets. Wah. That is how
It's a good thing
pathetic.
she doesn't follow me on Instagram because she would have committed suicide 2 years ago.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man.
You
My
don't need enough
Instagram,
soy for her type.
I give no fucks. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No, I fired. I used to have to qualify with the the M16 twice a year, and I never did it ever weigh more than 2 cans of 50 cal ammo, which I carried as a private. Goddamn heavy, bastards.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. We used to actually, in the 9th Infantry Division, motorized, we had a 50 cal on every third vehicle. And every vehicle had an M60 and 2 saws. And you had an 8-man squad responsible for all that shit. And since I was, new in the Army, I was the guy who took the ammo out of the vehicle, dug the foxhole, set up the machine gun, put out the sector of fire, stuffed the sandbags, did all the horse shit. And then when we left the position, I was the guy who emptied the sandbags, filled in the hole, disassembled everything, and put it back in the goddamn vehicle.
I'm all about being in different positions and filling the hole, just for the record.
That sucked, man.
Giggity.
Giggity, 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 ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
But that when you go in the Army in the general
Alright.
infantry as a private, that's the way it used to be.
Yeah. You're a grunt.
Yeah, you're a grunt.
You are there to defend democracy, not practice it.
Yeah. Why are you running your mouth? There's no food in it. Shut up.
You could say the same thing to your ex-wife. Why are you running your mouth? There's no dick in it.
Allegedly.
Get back in the kitchen, allegedly.
Yeah, her in the kitchen? Are you crazy?
Well, that's where you take the Chinese takeout out of the containers and put it on the plates.
Oh my God.
Allegedly.
Put it in the microwave for 3.5 minutes. Give it a stir.
I played
And there you
hell.
go.
When my kids
Yeah.
started hanging out with me, I played hell getting them to eat normal food like meatloaf,
Oh yeah.
pot roast,
Oh, you mean people can
baked
cook?
ham, baked chicken,
Bake a chicken.
lasagna, spaghetti. They hated it. They couldn't stand it because they're used to all the microwave bullshit.
You eat that much shit that has that many preservatives and salt in it. It assaults your taste buds.
I know.
Like when we were talking to Hamster, when he had him on the stream, he was talking about how he basically just cut sugar out of his diet to the point where now if he takes a bite out of an apple, it's so sweet to him that he can't even take it.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can, you deaden your taste buds by doing that. It's just like anybody who smokes,
Yeah.
They can't taste for shit. They can't smell for shit.
Yeah.
So they have no idea how they're, olfactory assaulting the rest of us
Yeah. Well,
just by walking into a room.
but nowadays, my kids love that stuff now. Like my youngest daughter, she's always cooking stuff.
Well, good.
Good for her.
At least she'll know how to do stuff.
I know she's not watching this because she can't stand the show, but it's all right.
Dad, you're a sexist. Oh my God, I can't believe you say those things about Mom. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I just said allegedly covers all men. Hypothetically.
Allegedly.
If your mom, that hooer, were to take me to court because I said allegedly after everything, winning. I'm just saying.
Here's a fact. She got a force of cock run through her, and she killed my fucking dog. Fact.
Fact. Allegedly.
Fact.
Allegedly a fact.
I have the evidence.
You have the evidence, yeah. But
Well,
you know
I'm gonna
what
I'm gonna
redheads
take
love
an
to
evil
do.
pop shot for that one.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Evil pop shot. Yeah, show us that shot glass, Jimmy. I like that.
It's a skull one, isn't
Well,
it?
let me fill it up real quick.
That's what she said.
I'm telling you guys, this
Bird dog.
bird dog peach whiskey.
Do they even sell bird dog up here in Michigan?
I've seen it.
You have? Okay, I haven't seen it anywhere that I've been shopping.
No, I've seen it. I just saw it the other day.
Yeah, I want to get me one of those shot glasses.
I go to
dude.
this party store owned by Ahmed. And he has like every booze on the planet. It goes all the way up to the ceiling. You have to get on a ladder to get to it sometimes.
I like that shot.
Yeah, if
That's nice. The skull.
if Evil Pop ever decides to make his appearance, I've got 2 shot glasses that are still packaged, and I will send you guys
Let me
more
tell
than
you, man.
Hell
gladly.
yeah.
Whenever Evil Pop comes out, I catch a case.
The whiskey evaporates like steam.
No. I either
All goes
catch a
down the
case of
gullet.
herpetogonosyphilis or I catch a case from the law. Because
The
Evil
law.
Pop is a bad guy. He currently resides in a box locked under the stairs in the back of my mind.
Yeah, he only ever came out once, and then he ran back under the stairs when everyone told him he was too fat.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've seen a couple of videos with Evil Pop, and you know what?
No,
We need more Evil Pop in
Yeah.
this world.
The only official Evil Pop episode that we did was about the Paris attacks.
Yeah.
After that happened.
Yep.
And that's what actually brings up a really interesting point that I was thinking about the other day, because I was talking with friends and whatnot. Has anyone noticed that there hasn't really, well, for the entire period of time that that Trump was in office, there was no craziness on our soil from Stunning and Brave Religion of Peace.
Yeah.
But in just the 1 year, like the
Well,
last year of Obama being in office, you had San Bernardino, the Paris
only thing
attacks.
that I can think of that may or may not have been associated with that kind of thing is the Vegas thing.
That had nothing to do with that.
And oh yeah, exactly. And
the Las Vegas shooting?
Yeah.
First of all, there were 2
False
machine
flag.
there were 2 machine guns there. One was a 30 cal.
I agree fully with that because I watched a video with the bump stock of an AR-15 and a what was it, the M24 saw? Maybe. And
the M2
there's no fucking distinguishing between the two.
Well, no, listen. There was a 30 caliber machine gun, and then there was a 5.56 machine gun.
Yep, and that was the saw.
It was a saw. It was belt fed.
Yep.
All right, and then because they have both those weapons have different cadences, and they work at different frequencies because there's more powder.
I just still want to know what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that now we're going on like 3-4 years
I
after this happened?
I want to know what happened in that situation, because how in the fuck is one guy going to carry in 20 plus assault rifles with bump stocks, going to be able to put off that many rounds without reloading and in the cadence that was videotaped?
Yeah. I mean, that opening salvo was easily 100. It was like 100 rounds because it was a belt of ammunition.
Yeah.
It was not a bump stock.
Yeah. And I watched your video on it. It was
yeah, and we had clips from the actual shooting in the video, and you could clearly hear the weapons overlapping.
Yeah.
There was no way that was an echo, which is how they kept trying to explain it away in the media.
That's called talking guns. When you have more, like when you work in, like for instance, as a platoon has multiple machine guns, they don't all fire at the same time. They fire in between, so you never have a lull in fire. So that that in itself lets me know that the people operating those machine guns were military trained.
You see, now
See,
that
and-
there, just those
and-
couple of
And
sentences that
also,
you... Go ahead, Jimmy.
how is the guy's brother gonna come in and say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this interview and say all this stuff," but then like a week later, his house burns down, and all of the evidence of him
Disappears,
being a I'll Che Edopile Faye
Well, isn't that
goes
how
up
it
in
always goes?
flames.
That's how it always goes. Whenever
That was
whenever you-
that was a very good talking point, but was extinguished.
Yes.
Well, anytime you have a really easy patsy, you know,
Yep.
where it seems like they're all too eager to shove this person in your face as being the bad guy. And in this case, of course, with the
Yep.
current political climate and critical race theory and all this other BS, it was really easy because, oh, it's an evil white guy did evil white guy stuff, was essentially what they did. And then they threw it out there. But then all of the evidence, all the stuff that was supposed to prove that he actually did it and his reasons
the
why,
similarities that what happened in Texas with that Walmart shooter.
nowhere. Ugh.
You know,
Have to look
I
that
don't
one
want to, push conspiracy theories or anything.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
but-
Yeah, we can't do that. So what were you going to say, Blake?
Well, what I was going to say before, just what you were saying about, the guns and talking guns, how things overlap, and you can clearly tell the different sounds and whatnot. See, just a couple of sentences out of your mouth right there. Anybody watching the show who has never picked up a gun in their life now knows more than Sheila Jackson Lee, who's writing this stupid legislation trying to take everybody's guns away and retroactive gun legislation and all that shit. Okay. I'm going to kill people trying to call me.
What the hell, Blake?
I know, it's fucking
God damn
pissing
it.
me off. Sorry, man.
It's okay.
The first mate of the Titanic has already been taken care of, and that's me. Who the hell is calling you for the first mate?
No.
Yeah, it's one of my coworkers.
Yeah. So how many people we have watching now?
Oh, 1,008.
Damn!
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party, huh?
And
See,
it looks like a
I
good chunk
I
of
even
them.
put it out to the private chats that I'm in on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? Hey, come and join in. I'm a
1,000
special
people.
guest.
What
Heck yeah.
kind of
Let's have some
cocksuckery do we
fun.
have going on here?
I know, right? Speaking of cocksuckery, make sure you guys tune in next week because we're going to have Thumper the Redneck Comedian on the stream.
Boom! All right.
He's a big fan.
That'd be good.
Yep,
That'd
he
be a
watches
good
us. He's on Instagram, Reddit, and everything like that. He wants to bump his Reddit page because he's pretty sure that the rest of his social media is going to disintegrate, go to jail, and never come back.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm going to keep all my social media until they shut it all down. Like I did reopen a Facebook, and I had to change the spelling of my name. It's now Terry Popp,
Yeah.
and and I just keep that really monotone. So I'm trying to keep in
Jail.
contact with all my old army buddies. It took me like 3 days to rebuild it. I mean, it was such a tragic loss to me.
I was gonna try and keep it a little bit low key since you guys were on your second strike with YouTube, so I wanted to keep it a little bit monetizable where
got-
YouTube wasn't gonna fuck with you guys.
It's 10 or 11 days
So
is what we have left.
Hush your
until-
mouth!
I-
Why you curse us? Hush your mouth! Don't say nothing.
Hush your face.
Let just don't tempt fate. We don't need no trouble.
You don't need no trouble, eh?
No.
I don't know what you're
YouTube,
talking about, man.
Susan, we love Terrence Popp. He good guy.
We
He,
love Susan too.
Just
Yeah.
say good things.
Well, the thing is, it's like alt tech is exploding.
Oh
There-
yeah.
There's like all of
Oh,
these other
yeah.
platforms springing up now. It's gonna be glorious. We're gonna be on all of them.
Winning. Yeah, well, I mean, we're already streaming. Well, we're testing a stream to MGTOW.tv. As
Oh, we
soon as
are.
that is official, we did a test last week. It seemed to work pretty well. As soon as we test this week, let Amr know. He's going to test it out. Take a look at it, make sure that it's all good. So, they just The streaming options are opening up like prom night thighs, man.
Like
It's
I
gonna be
told
good
you,
times.
I told you I had that vision. We're going to be streaming to like millions of people on dozens of different platforms.
And I really hope that happens.
I hope so
Hope
too.
so. We're
I
gonna have to
am,
buy us some Restream.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I took a screenshot of
I want to
the
set up I want to
the-
set up a ham radio and transmit across America on the radio.
Hey,
waves.
there you go.
We should really
Give
be
me-
posting these on Spotify and stuff like that too. Why let Joe Rogan have all the fun, right?
So yeah, Joe Rogan he has a lot of followers, a lot of videos, but he's on that one
Hundreds
platform.
of millions.
Yeah.
He's on one platform. I want to be on hundreds of platforms and doing the exact same thing.
With
But the thing is,
hundreds of platforms with one subscriber.
yeah. But the thing,
Hey,
but the thing is Joe Rogan. He gets some quality, people on his show, and like
Yeah.
we're not big enough to attract those kind of people yet.
Yeah.
I mean-
well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. But
Hopefully.
I'm more than willing to take have patriots on the channel, do some live stream with individuals who are doing up and coming stuff. Even if, I'm more than happy to have people on here. We'll talk about conspiracy theories because I'm all about that.
We're gonna
hey,
have to come up with some kind of a code
I'm on,
speak.
you
Code
know,
speak for that.
if you guys don't have a guest or anything happening, you have the first mate on the
On the gay cruise.
yeah, the Crytanic,
Yes. And
You-
just like the
you get-
passengers, the Crytanic goes down.
So how many super chats do we have? Let's knock some of those out.
You want to knock out some super chats?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we
let's
could
go ahead and
actually
get some-
go ahead, Jimmy.
Let's just-
What were we saying?
he's locked up.
yeah, let's go ahead and get some of these guys in here.
Get
Let's
some
do
of
it.
these super chats in here, and then after that, Pop mentioned about how the new administration is alienating people, so we can get to some of that. Because remember, not only was former Vice President Joe Biden duly elected into office,
Yep.
the most popular
Allegedly.
president ever, the bestest ever.
Allegedly,
But allegedly, yeah. But all of that popularity was amassed specifically because we need to get rid of a tyrant, where we're getting rid of a dictator. Now remember that, because we're going to be getting to those after some super chats.
All right. Do it.
Do it. I don't know which one is which here. I don't even know.
Do it.
I don't know
Do
which
it
one. I don't know what order they
now.
all come in. Maybe we'll find out. Deep Purple, 1987. Welcome back, sir. $10 super chat. For the past 10 years or so, I've been an active YouTube watcher, and I've never been excited about live broadcast until your shows.
Sweet.
Love them. Keep them coming.
Yeah, we will. We will.
All over your Miss Piggy face.
And
Or your deep purple face. Or perhaps it's a purple
don't
rain
talk
face.
about my first girlfriend, Miss Piggy.
What happens if you give somebody a golden shower in purple rain?
You go to jail.
yeah, yep.
I'm just asking
Just
for
wondering.
a friend.
Just ask for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Kevin DeLeo, one of our subscribe stars. Pop, what is your best suggestion on boots that will work in any and all scenarios?
Jungle boots. You
Is
break
that
'em in?
racist?
No.
Okay. Oh, so they're not jungle love boots. They're
No,
just
not
or
just
jungle
boots.
fever.
I had jungle boots when I was in the Ranger Battalion. I broke them in. I wore them in Yakima in the winter, whatever. I was fine. I mean,
Sounds
there
good.
is no perfect boot. There's only the perfect boot for your foot. For me, it was a jungle boot.
Yep.
We got a guy in the comments whose name is Doc Holiday, Texas MGTOW. Now there's your Huckleberry.
Damn.
Forced out one, $2. What is your favorite World War II gun? No U.S. guns.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh man, he just pulled the rug out
Ooh.
from under you. You really
'Cause
got
I was
to
That's
going to go right to the M1
Yeah,
Grand.
that's a tough one.
you got to think outside the Brazilian
right.
waxed box.
I'm going to have to go with the rifle that produced the JFK haircut. That's a 6.5 Italian Carmano rifle.
A little off the top.
That thing outperformed the Mauser. It's a 6.5, better ballistics.
Sounds like a good time
Is
to
that
me.
the Guerre or
No, it's a Carcano. rifle that the Italians had. It was
Carcano.
6.5 by 55, I believe.
Okay. Yep. Okay, the bolt action.
Yeah, bolt
Okay.
action. Yeah, so what's the next one?
He's starting to slur a little bit over
You
there,
got a slurry
Jimmy.
on your
How many
peach-
shots are you doing?
Hey, don't judge.
all right, we won't.
We won't. Hey, you know what? That's why we're all here. We're all here to drink and talk shit. Rogue Thinker. I appreciate that name. Canadian $50 chat with the comment 50. Just in case we didn't see it the first time. Evil Zombie Toe. The U.S. military is planning on ordering a stand down at some point over the next 60 days to address white supremacy and other extremist views. Wah.
Listen,
Oh,
all right.
Lord.
These
Pop,
these
hey,
stand
Pop.
downs.
Can we play a duo for him?
No. These stand downs that the army does.
you got the thing, don't you?
Wah! No,
Fuck out of here with that.
Oh, my God.
I was in the military. They had countless stand downs. They do nothing. They absolutely do nothing. All right. Number one. Number two, what are you going to do? Kick out all of the Republicans, conservatives, and Trump supporters out of the army, out of the military? That's like 70 to 80% of the people.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay, they've already weakened our military to the point, in my personal opinion, to almost uselessness. Other than the fact that we have a superior technical advantage, the quality of the people in the service has diminished over the past 15 to 20 years badly.
Oh, hey, man, political
Absolutely.
correctness by
it's not
itself.
who is in power.
Ugh.
It is what is in power. You know, we need to have.
All right. So
No
anyway,
more shots for you, Jimmy.
No more shots for you, Jimmy. You need to
Yep.
chill.
You're cut off.
Cut off.
Ah,
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm just cutting you off.
one more.
one more. All right. So anyway, yeah. I mean,
All right.
they did. I mean, I did like 8 or 9 stand downs. We had a racist stand down. We had all kinds of craziness going on. It's absolutely stupid. It's not going to go anywhere. No,
Yeah,
we're good.
it's-
You're gonna.
whatever happens, it is not gonna go down good.
No. I mean, political correctness by itself has hamstrung the U.S. military because now that they're just like any other job where you have to have some affirmative action quota that has to be met in order to make everybody's fifis feel better.
That's absolutely correct.
It's just pathetic.
Yeah, what's the next super chat?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Irish Lover 7745 $5. A posa-somatic is a term for bright and patterned color for poisonous animals.
Well, thank you for that useless piece of information.
I liked it.
I just made the observation like I shouldn't fuck with that, or I might die. I guess that's
You're gonna die.
that could kill me.
Yeah, don't pick a fight with the
Whenever
poisonous-
anyone in the military gets fucked up by an animal, the first thing the doctor says is,
Were you
fucking
fucking
with it?" I know, I was that
fucking
guy.
with it? Were you poking it with the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Well, I mean, half the time when you get bit by a wild animal, I mean, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Unless you're that dude who was at the zoo, you know, with the shaken piss dog, like 20-some years ago,
Oh.
swing it by the leash and throw it in the alligator pit. Oh, look at that! They can swallow
I was
it
in the
whole.
3rd grade, bro.
No.
All right, so 40-something years ago.
And I was just like, I'm like, wow, that was a supreme dick move.
Supreme.
I had to get. If I had my wits about me in the 3rd grade, I would have gave him a golf clap. Bravo to you. Next one.
I don't know. That is well, I mean, at the time you might have done that, but you know, fast forward 30 years, then you had a woman kill your dog.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fucked up. Fucked up.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe it's because you thought that was
That's
so
pretty
amusing at
fucked
the
up.
time.
I didn't think it was amusing. It was just incredibly shocking.
Yeah, this is very shocking. Yeah, I'll go with that. Polska Bob, you
Shocker.
Polish bastard wrench. $25 donation. Here's some monies. Buy some booze.
I will.
Thank you very much, everyone, for the donations. Forced out one, also $5 on Streamlabs. I've got the same shirt as Jimmy, but red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's Play PC donated $2. Did you ever read the article that Miss Cauliflower Crotch wrote about her HPV diagnosis?
Yes.
Good stuff. Highly recommended. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, it's a different one. It's not just the one where she talks about how I've got genital warts and I'm not ashamed. It's a new one that she did. It said, the truth behind my HPV diagnosis and how it turned my life into unnecessary chaos.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you have warts. What do you expect?
We covered that because at the end of the article.
No, that's one thing that we just don't need to know about.
Yeah, at the end of the article, she's like, most people
No.
have it, so it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, most people have it, allegedly. But there's so many different strains of it, and half of it is just like the warts you get on your thumb.
Blake, you can do the Stewie voice. I can do the Consuela voice.
The Consuela voice?
No, I can't do that.
No.
Clean the fucking windows, woman. No, I can't do that. It leave a film. I don't care about the film. Just wipe it off. No, I quit. Shit.
What's the next one?
Damn it.
No.
What do we got here? Fellow War Hoarder donated $2. The Las Vegas shooting redacted due to conspiracy theory, and we just don't know it yet. Also, what would Blake's G.I. Joe name be, and what would a Cobra enemy in Detroit be like? Is Representative AOC a supporter of G.I. Joe, or is she full-blown Cobra?
She's full Cobra, man.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Without a doubt.
And what would my G.I. Joe name be? I don't know.
Keyboard Rider.
Yep.
Keyboard Rider! All right, that's fine. That'll work. We'll go with that, because I don't have anything better right now. I'm drinking. Kitty Stalker donated $10 for the bar tab and the awesome content. Thank you very much. Kitty Stalker. What kind of kitties we talking about here? I think I have an idea.
That's illegal.
It's illegal. Demaster012 donated $5. Excuse me. The gynocentric blue-pilled F-tards of America only care if a policy is perceived as harmful to women. So we need to run the fact that armed women prevent being repaid in 399 out of 400 cases. If you support gun control, you support women getting repaid.
Amen.
Amen to
correct.
that. So I had that shirt from Invisible Hand Fashion. We did those that sponsorship for a little while. A vote against guns is a vote against women. Smell the irony.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. That is 100%.
I mean, Quentin Tarantino knew this in 2007. Y'all remember the movie Death Proof?
I don't remember that one.
There's one of my favorite things. They're talking about, carrying guns and everything. The black chick who drives the car, she pulls the gun out. She shows it to the chick, Zoe at the table. And Rosario Dawson's like, I don't know why you just don't carry knives. Oh, yeah? Yeah. You know what happens to motherfuckers who carry knives? They get shot! I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That's pretty much correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not lying on that one.
Fellow War Hoarder has donated $4. Top, please use this $4 to exchange for 2 Thomas Jefferson bills that you can frame front and back and place behind you at the bar by the De Oppresso Liber U.S. flag. Make it look more and more like an upscale Motown bar, one small victory at a time.
Yep. Actually, we should do that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, this is just going to look like, Ireland after a soccer riot.
It's going to look like
happen.
a bar, a real bar. minus
Hey, you
the
know what?
ashtrays.
I would say get at least 2 of them Harriet Tubman $20 bills.
Harriet Tubman $20.
They're coming.
Yeah, you're right.
So you might as well get them.
Next one.
Yeah. I'd like to meet those redheads on the Underground Railroad. Tracy Wilbo. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I missed one here. I don't want to miss that. Arrow Shogun donated $5. What is your opinion of 7.92 versus 57 millimeter? I'm a huge fan of it, but exploring other long-range rifle ammo types. By the way, thank you for your service.
Is he say what? 7.92.
7.92.
Okay, that's an 8
by
millimeter
57
Mauser.
millimeter.
That's an 8 millimeter Mauser.
Mm.
I mean, it's a respectable round, but it's outperformed by the 6.5. I mean, the Germans used the 8 millimeter Mauser, and it's a hell of a knockdown bullet.
The bullet.
But it's outperformed by the 6.5 in ballistics. I mean, that's why the United States is moving to a 6.5 sniper platform.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I started laughing because I saw here Blake's G.I. Joe name would be Major Power Bottom.
Oh my God! Stop the gay stuff, man.
That was a comment.
Ah,
That was pretty damn hilarious. I'll give you credit for that one. Tracy Wilborn
good.
donated $5. I
That
missed
was
the
a good
beginning
one.
of the show. Can you start the drinking over so I can catch up?
yeah. Oh, if it was that easy. all right.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's Play PC donated another $2. Can you guys go on the kill stream? You would make excellent guests.
Get us on there. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. We'll do whatever. It's all good. What do we got here? Dynaside 13, $5. You guys got a drink for me tonight. I'm doing snow plowing. Make that bank. Camping gear isn't free.
No, it's not.
No, it's expensive.
It's just some expensive bullshit.
But
man.
I do think that we should do a video where we go around to different places where you can actually let dudes know, like, hey, you can't afford this, you can get it here, and then buy some different parts, kind of like we were doing at that airsoft store. I think that'd be good
we could
stuff.
easily do that.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a sneaky fucking bastard.
Yes, you are.
When I get switched on, I scare evil Pop scares myself.
He scares me too, especially when he's wearing that shirt and the muffin top just kind of
Hey, I
spills
say-
out over the sides.
I'll tell you what though.
The more evil Pop we have, the better.
Well,
I
we'll
think
see.
Jimmy's starting to settle into his buzz here.
I think he is.
I can see it on his face.
I'm slurring.
Yes, you are, brother.
Don't
You're cut off.
don't judge.
handle your booze better, bro.
Bruh.
What's the next one?
Stuart Barton with $2
Oh, no, that-
Australian. Fan guest. Guy chats with a witness. We'll mosaic his face out the next time.
Right.
Ben RP, $10 Chad. What is the name of Blake's gay cruise ship? The Titanics. The Crytanic, I'm sorry.
The Crytanic.
Assload of Richards. Or a shitload of Richards. Keep up the great content.
Shitload of Richards.
A shitload of Richards. Just the tip. Scotty Don't. Pop, let's hear your thoughts on the horribly proposed HR 127 bill and the possible Patriot Act 2.0. Well, we did talk about the HR 127 bill.
Yeah, well, the new Patriot Act is basically, I just covered this in my last Lair episode. They're going to use the alphabet agencies in conjunction with big tech and point it all inward.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
After being caught, in her bold-faced lie about her near-death experience, AOC is already trying to ask big tech to censor people trying to fact-check her. You smell that? Smells like fish bed decisions and a whole lot of pathetic.
And hypocrisy.
Well, there's never any shortage of that in Congress.
Nope.
Rules for thee, not for me. It's like a septic tank with a bunch of human turds floating around in it. It's quite barbaric. Dooley's Still, $5 chat. Thank you, Jimmy Bones, for being a huge sponsor of the show. JB is major. He might be too drunk to understand what I'm saying. We got a Walt Disney on our hands.
Could be.
He's not moving.
I think he dropped off.
Did he drop off?
Maybe.
I can't hear him anymore.
That's all
Try
right.
disconnecting and reconnecting if you can hear us, Jimmy. Let me see here. David Gummer, $5 chat. He might have gone to puke.
Maybe.
You never know. AOC also denies removing her mask to blow bubbles. The clown show never ends. Yeah, you remember that?
I'm just so disgusted with this. I mean, God, fuck that bitch. She should not be where she's at. She should be dancing at a titty club in Tijuana. and maybe a couple years ago she was skinny enough to get in the basket.
Did you?
Just saying, man.
Everyone, please welcome to the stage Sarah Jessica Parker.
She didn't get her nose busted 5 times.
Or maybe she would. Maybe her stripping stage name would be Mrs. Ed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but she didn't get her nose busted 5 times.
Every time I used to hook up with her back in college, I used to rub peanut butter on her gums so that she would pretend while she was talking and sucking my ding dong.
Oh, God! Wow! Oh, that was the bullseye, bro. Wow.
That's how they used to do that with Mr. Ed on the show. You remember that?
Yep.
They used to rub peanut butter on the horse's gums so that he would be like, took you long enough, you bastards. I could just imagine, like a chunk yogurt, from the Young Turds,
I hate
sneaking into Congress, every time AOC has to go on stage and talk about how things are shameful. The greed. And he's like,
how dare you?
Like, hey, come here. I'm going to rub some peanut butter in there. Now go read the script. I love you. There you go. Pat that booty there. But I totally care what women think. That's why I have a female co-host. Yes.
Next one.
Anna Kasparian is Chunk Yogurt's beard.
Oh, God.
Just saying. Yeah, I think Jimmy went to puke. Could be. I don't know.
You never know.
We'll find out in a minute. I'll keep an eye on the messages for him just in case.
He was hitting the booze a little too fast.
Yeah, so he did like 3 or 4 shots on camera, and we've only been on.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
About an hour.
I'm about 4 shots deep, and I can handle my booze. I'm good. I am. Now listen, I don't have a drinking problem.
You have problems, so you drink.
I have problems, so I drink.
Absolutely.
So y'all know that, right? All right.
I feel the same. You're not going to find any judgment from me. I'm just saying.
I come up with my best shit in the middle of the night when I'm drinking.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole episode that's going to be coming out tomorrow. Your ladies, your number does matter. Was 6 hours of drinking from like 10 to 2, right?
Yeah. And I named it. I named it the Avalanche of Cock Trap, but that's not going to go well on YouTube, so I had to change the title.
Well, the mental image that one would get from a literal avalanche of cocks. I mean, some women would just describe that as college. I would describe that as nightmare fuel.
Or both.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be at the same time. I mean, on the gay cruise, anything is possible.
Oh, God.
Ascension with a $10 donation. I missed last week's stream. I got to make it up to you, Pop. Here's $10. And Blake, I heard some great bands for your cruise. All right, outstanding. We've been looking for some musical talent. First up is Johnny Jockstrap and the Locker Room Buddies.
I was just talking to a friend of mine about I was watching something on YouTube, and they were showing all these gays dancing in a bar at a discotheque or whatever. They're dancing to that song WAP.
Oh, God.
And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? They're dancing to a song called Wet Ass Pussy, and they don't even care about pussy. They should make their own song called Wah.
Most of the people dancing to that song haven't seen pussy since they were born.
Well, I'm serious. Like the gays should have their own song called Wah,
Wah,
which is wet ass, or La, which is lubed ass. Because they shouldn't be dancing to WAP. I'm just saying it doesn't fit.
No pun intended.
It's just my opinion. It's just an observation from an old infantry grunt who likes pussy. I'm just saying.
I do have one question. WAP, whatever the hell you want to call it, was named the song of 2020 by all these, leftist outlets and shit online. The same people who just the year or two before that were saying that we can't listen to Baby It's Cold Outside for Christmas anymore because that's sexist.
Yeah, I know.
Fast forward 1 year later, WAP. Give me a fucking break, man. Have some consistency in your inconsistent arguments.
And make your own genre songs. Those gays need to come up with, La or Wah.
Yeah. like that prank phone call video that went viral like a long time ago. You remember that? Dude's trying to call into the gay network and give him ideas for shows. The Dicks of Hazard. Bill and Luke Dick. Couple of country boys with 12-inch cocks. Oh, yeah. You remember Rawhide? Well, this is Rawhind. Colon, I'm pounding on your colon. Colon is so
I remember that.
Rawhide.
Yeah, I remember that.
Push it in, pull it out. Push it in, pull it out.
Oh, my God.
Break out your drinking straw.
Oh, stop it.
Troy the Man with a $5 donation. Sorry I'm late. I was playing a hunting game. Stalked a herd of elk and banged one. The Hunter Call of the Wild. Well,
Okay.
that got graphic.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the guys in the barracks when I was in the Ranger Battalion who played duck hunt while I'm out getting real cunt.
Yeah, you say that real fast, and it sounds like you're playing something something adultish.
Well, they would be playing a video game called Duck Hunt, and I would walk out the door to get real cunt, and then come back with the lasagna. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you come back with a lasagna. It's never a wasted time.
Yep. Like, check this. This is a funny story. All right, so I go to my buddy's house.
We're going to story time.
Couple months ago, and his mother is like, she's older now. She's like, you're such a nice guy. Why are you single? And I look at her and I'm like, yeah, I'm not a nice guy. What do you mean? I go, look, I've fired guns at people. I've thrown hand grenades at people. I've jumped out of airplanes that were on fire, getting shot at to fight other people. I climbed in the ring and fought, in front of thousands of people. I fought dangerous men for money. I'm not a nice guy. And she's like, those are just technicalities, dear. And I'm like, okay, I want to live in your world, baby.
They don't actually care whether or not you're a nice guy. That's the thing.
They don't, no.
When they're in that fun bracket from like 27 to like 25 to 38, they don't care.
Oh.
The most intensely erotic thing to a woman in that age bracket is a man with options, meaning he doesn't care whether you stay or go.
Yep. And if you show up, he's going to wrap his hand around your hair, pull you in tight, slap you a few times, and ride the pony home.
And half of the great shagnanigans that makes these women stick around is their effort trying to make that dude stay.
That's absolutely correct. We just talked about that.
Yeah. It's quite hilarious. But it's like, funny thing is, like, you and I write episodes like that, and then, while I'm editing, I just look back through my past, and I'm like, oh, yeah, good times. I just keep going.
I know. Literally, I've done episodes, and then I had like some of my soldiers come in and like talk to me about it, and they're like, hey, Sergeant Popp, were you in the room when that happened? Because you explained exactly what happened to me during my divorce, and that. Are you psychic? And I'm like, well, no.
No. It's just, and that's the thing that I think is hardest for a lot of people to swallow when they've gone through some shit. And then they watch a show like ours where we just candidly talk about this stuff and we laugh about it. Your situation, no matter how screwed up, no matter how unique it might be to you,
it's nothing new.
It's nothing new. You are not a snowflake. Other dudes have gone through this. When we did the horse chick episode and I saw you just writing all this stuff out on the board, I was like, well, I'll be damned. This is a thing. and so now, like all these people that I used to go to high school with, I could give two shits about them. They're always on my Facebook and everything, and they'll pop up in my feed and everything. Such and so, Carrie changed her profile picture. Oh, okay. And I did click on it. Oh, it's a nice picture. She's got a horse in there. Interesting. Okay, and then I'm betting myself $10. Go through the About Me section. Single. Score. All right, I win.
You should send her the horse chick video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should. Send it right to her.
Well, it's not like I care if she stays my friend, so I probably will.
I don't give two shits. I cut so many people out of my life, man.
I could give two shits.
I just don't give a shit anymore.
Well, my buddy, one of my best friends from high school, is actually going to be coming back for the 20-year high school reunion, which is probably going to be this year. Which, by the way, things like Facebook and Twitter and everything like that, social media has essentially rendered high school reunions obsolete.
Oh, yes and no.
If you want to know what these people are up to, you can clearly find it out. It's just an excuse for all of you to get together in some place with an open bar. My 10-year high school reunion, there was a chick there. I don't know what went wrong. All I know is that she wound up getting like a concussion on the toilet in the bathroom when she passed out after drinking herself half to fucking death. And I missed that, sadly. That would have been fun.
I went to my 10 and 20-year reunion.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have any good experiences? Or?
Well, at the 20-year reunion, it was this usual bullshit. And then afterwards, they shut down the banquet hall, and there's a bar attached to it.
Yeah.
And we all just kind of congregated over the bar. And there's this, I'm not going to mention this guy's name, but he was one of those guys who got like all A's and whatever, and he's throwing back the kamikazes and what have you. And then he like pulls me aside. He's just like, I should have went in the Marines. And I'm like, what?
Why would you want to do that?
I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, all of this would still be here. I busted my ass in high school. Then I busted my ass in college to get into the best medical school. And I busted my ass in medical school so I could get into the best, cosmetic surgery thing. And he's like one of the top 6 in the country, at least back then.
Oh, wow.
And he looks at me and goes, I've cut enough skin off people to make a to make a dome over the silver dome and then fill it with all their fat that I sucked out. And I'm not happy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, by the time I get both of my ex-wives and the IRS's hands out of my pocket, I got $750,000 to fuck around with, and I'm not happy. I should have went in the Marines because I still could have done all this. It's absolute bullshit.
This is bullshit.
And I was like, well, yeah, you can't do it now, bro. I mean, you're too old. You could join Doctors Without Borders or something. I'm sure there's a couple.
Yeah, you could do some Peace Corps shit if you want to.
There's all kinds of like people who have cleft lips in other countries that need that shit fixed. That's what he does. He's a cosmetic surgeon.
Oh, okay.
He could sew up their cleft lips. He could do all that crazy stuff. He could fix people with burn victims and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking doctor.
Closest thing that I ever had like myself to something weird like that is I don't know what it is with little kids. When they're like less than 4 years old, their fingernails are like razor blades.
Yeah.
And my son, when he was about 1.5 years, 2 years old, reaches for my face and he, no shit, gives me a Joaquin Phoenix, like from top lip to bottom lip, just like a clear thing. It looked like I cut myself with a razor.
Wow.
And it started bleeding like shit. Like, what the fuck, you little bastard? Here, take the kid. I'm going to go dab my face with witch hazel or some shit. Like, it was bad. I mean, not as bad as when my dentist, good dude. I like him a lot, but thanks to this whole sweet and sour sniffles nonsense, I don't know if anybody has been to the dentist since all this is going on, but because, they have to protect you from droplets, not like Nancy Pelosi going in and getting her hair blown out in a fucking wind turbine that spreads the droplets all over the area, but they want to avoid droplets flying out of your suck hole when they're drilling you. So now they have this thing that looks like a plastic gutter
I've seen
spout.
That. Yeah.
And they dangle it in front of your face like a big meaty cock, and then they turn this thing on. It's like a freaking shop vac. And he's still not used to it. So he's drilling in my mouth. He goes to take the drill out, accidentally bumps his elbow on it, and then he drops his hand with the drill right on my lip.
Nice.
And all of a sudden, and I'm numb, but I'm like,
I'm bleeding.
That's not gonna look good when I get out of here, is it?
That's not gonna buff out.
That's no, yeah. I still have the scar.
Yeah.
And this was not even a year ago. I'm looking at it in the mirror the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, there's that. That's good times.
Asshole!
I'm not gonna sue him or anything. This is a good dude, but damn it.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is like if that happened to me, I'd like grab the dentist, I'd pull him in and be like, you better buy me a beer.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Dr. Epstein, you might mind buying me a beer?
Yeah, next time I come in here, I want an ice cold 6-pack motherfucker.
I like you cut my face open and you're drilling me, not the kind of drill that happens on the gay cruise, but I'm getting drilled and then you fuck up my face. I'm just saying, it's not good.
But anyway, like this guy, he was like beside himself, like upset that he missed out on. Well, and I tried to tell him, I'm like, look, bro. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. It fucking sucked most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
But, afterwards, it was the best time of my life. And he goes, I missed out on that. I'm like, yeah, you did. All right. I don't know what to tell you, but the attitude you have right now is not going to take you to Happy Town. You need to reevaluate your shit, bro. He goes, you should have been like a psychologist. I'm like, don't you ever say that again.
I could totally picture you. Now there's your new comedy skits.
Psychologist.
Pop the Shrink.
Ah, Jesus.
Can you imagine that? Somebody comes in, lays down on the leather couch. Well, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my mother, my uncle, the Quakers, the Bakers, the Candlestick Makers. Wah!
I have a big box of tissue. Cry it out, bitch. That's how it works. You'll be fine. Push it all down. Push it all down until you die.
Push it all down. It's like, you know what? We're going to take you in my car. We're going to go for a trip. Go for a little drive, go down south, where it's nice and arid. And then you come to a dehydrated riverbed. Why are we here? Is this like me trying to commune with nature? No. You see, Mother Nature and corporatism fucked up this river, so I figured you could cry me a new one. Wait. I'll come back in 5 years when you're done. Space Ghost is on.
My God. Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have anything to do with that.
Nah.
Wall, $10. And by the way, I have no idea what the hell happened to Jimmy. I messaged him. He's not in the waiting room of the chat, and he's not responding to my messages on Instagram.
It's not a big deal. He's all right. I mean,
my guess is he fell asleep with the laptop there in his lap and rolled over and unplugged it.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Jimmy, we gave you your shot, bro. Your 15 minutes of fame are over.
Yeah, you know what? We can have another one where we have like 5 or 6 guys at the same time or something. One of those like Zoom chat things.
Well, one thing that we were talking about doing before we went live tonight, Donovan told me about this. Maybe you guys, anybody out there who does streaming or does just podcasts online, Blog Talk Radio, from what I understand, offers a call-in option for people to speak to hosts and whatnot. So if anybody has any experience with that and you can vouch for it, I'm not sure if it costs or if it's free with a membership, let us know, because we would love to be able to take calls from you guys, not just super chats. Man, because I can only do so many impressions, But I'll do a little bit of this. Where I Belong plays in the background as I were out of work. Trump-supporting military walk by right-wing militia recruitment office, followed by working man.
Yep.
The Wall. That is one of my favorite screen names to sign in every week. The Wall. Because he's hoping that chicks will just smash right into him.
They always do.
They always do.
You can see it. You can see it coming at 30. And you can see it going at 40.
And when it's Aloha snack bar time, you don't know if you're coming or going.
Yep, no.
Wee.
Where?
Let's see here. Troy the Man, $2. My Xbox gamer tag is Troy the Man 666. So if anybody wants to play him, you play, right? War Thunder?
War Thunder. It's Cal Zool Pop.
Does he want some Pop's War Thunder?
I'm not that good. I play low tier stuff because it's fun. I don't like the upper tier stuff because I get really pissed off at the thermal vision and stuff like that. It's just bullshit.
Yeah,
it takes all the skill out of it.
Yeah, it's more fun to nuke people for real. Jeremy Morgan with a $50 donation. Thank you very much. Pop, I'll finally get home this weekend. I should be able to send y'all the apple pie when I get home. Outstanding. I'll probably be sending y'all some chocolate milk and crazy straws too, you son of a bitch.
You know what else I could use? Ammo. 308, 223, 9mm, 45, 357.
I'm sure everybody could use those about now, man. It is becoming scarce pickings out there.
Yeah.
But that actually gives me hope, in a way, because if they're being bought out at that high of a frequency, people can see what's coming.
Yep.
They're planning ahead. Good for you. Oh, and also, last thing here, Blake, tell Pop that I said AATW. He'll know what it means.
AATW.
You're usually all about acronyms.
AATW.
No, he doesn't
ring a
want
bell right now.
All right, Jeremy. Sorry, brother.
Not ringing a bell. Sorry.
You should have gone with something like O-Beef.
I'm 4.5 shots deep, man. What do you want from me?
Old, bitchy, entitled, expensive, and fat.
Dude, that was fate.
We need to make an O-Beef and cheddar T-shirt.
That was fate when we came up with that acronym. Because I remember I asked you, I'm like, what is that acronym? You're like, O-Beef? I'm like, oh my God! Whoa, yeah!
Actually, now that I think about it, somebody mentioned patches in the comments and during the live chat a couple of weeks back.
We should do that.
So what do you guys like? Like, as far as the merchandise that's currently available at patrolbase.net, what do you guys think is missing? You guys want some patches? You want some bumper stickers? I mean, let us know in the comments. You know, we definitely are probably going to be switching away from our current store holder. We're going to keep some stuff there, but we're probably going to be switching over primarily to Streamlabs since we're going to be primarily live stream very soon.
And actually, we might actually have to run like 2 or 3 programs at the same time to cover all of the platforms we want to hit.
It is what it is.
So we might have three computers at the same time.
I'm working on it.
We might have to have an aide come in
I'm
here.
working on it. And people give me shit because I've got an Apple, but you know this computer is powerful enough to be able to handle all the crap that I got to do at any one
No,
time.
I'm totally cool.
But
with it.
I'm already talking to some buddies of mine about building some PCs. Probably going to have a couple built, and because apparently live streaming is definitely not a Mac thing, so PC all the way for that. I just got to be aware that when I go and search for the butts for the Popp Culture episodes, not to use those computers, otherwise they will explode and die.
and die.
Because that's what happens, unless you have like 3 or 4 different virus protection softwares on them.
If you do go to OrnPay sites, you will catch yourself some digital VD. That's just the way it is. Listen.
Digital VD.
I partake in the OrnPay, maybe 2 or 3 times a month, but I do it on a old computer. And
with a dedicated set of headphones.
Correct.
That you loaned me and then told me what you used them for after they were on my head.
Well, I wore them on my ears. It's like I put them on my dick. I mean, come on.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know where they've been.
But the thing is like you have to have your own your own PC just for that because it's going to get digital VD.
OrnPay.
Yeah. It's going to happen, bro.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to
Listen, I don't lie to you guys. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's just like Amy Horton. Everybody's got it, right? So it's not a big deal.
I feel sorry for that woman.
I don't.
I do.
She bought into a lie.
Yeah. I do.
I mean,
But
that is probably the biggest feminist lie.
It is.
That you can go out there and rack up a Clinton body count and no one will judge you for it, right?
I'm just saying that look when these ladies get to like 40 and they realize that they've been lied to and shit's all fucked up, I feel sorry for them. I maybe it's a nice guy in me. A technicality. I don't know.
I don't know. Everybody tries to justify bad decisions by saying, well, I did it for the experience. Okay, well, I don't have to have my face shoved into a mountain of cow shit to know that I wouldn't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some things that you can actually think about ahead of time and ask yourself, do I really need to do that to get that experience?
Well, listen, decisions and actions have consequences. And all of that shit comes at a price.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Warts, in her case.
Or 40 to 80 is a long fucking time.
That too. Xenomancer, $10 donation. Nobody is SOL/JWF. LOL 3D printer go prrrr.
Well, listen, that 3D printer shit, that technology is getting dialed in, and pretty soon you're going to be able to print whatever the fuck you want up at home.
I think that's fantastic.
So do I. I seriously do.
Yeah, 3D printers are
I mean, I want to get a metal CNC machine where I can make my own metal parts and shit.
Nice. Bullwinkle with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Hey, Popp and Toxic, you guys remember Donut Shop Terrorism with Drew and Mike? Belfour blows.
Vaguely.
Donut Shop Terrorism.
I vaguely remember that.
I don't remember that.
I love the donut shop. I mean, that's why I have a gut. I have the donut around the midsection.
Yeah,
Too much sugar, too much booze, and
those are fat cakes.
Oh, those are so fucking good.
They are. They really are.
I try not to do it that often, but like maybe one Sunday a month, I'll find myself camped out in front of like Krispy Kremes, waiting for the light to come on.
Oh, we got Fat Tuesday coming up pretty soon, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm not really a Punchki guy
am
myself,
I.
so I don't know. I just prefer regular donuts. You ever been to the Apple Fritter Donut Shop over in Ferndale, Michigan?
We have to check it out.
Oh, I've been there.
I've never been there.
I've been there, going there my whole life. Best donuts you will ever have.
Well, that's a tall order. I'll have to go check it out.
All right.
We will go there one
All right.
day.
I will put my money where my mouth is on that one. I will buy you a donut.
Okay, or 6.
Or 6.
Yeah, okay.
And you could lick each and every one of them individually and stick them to your ass because that's where they're going.
I used to tell that to all the female soldiers I had when they were. I'd see them eating fucked up shit. I'm like, you might as well just lick that and stick it to your ass, woman, because that's right where it's going. Or you could dump it between your tits, because that's the second place it's going.
It's always nice when they could just put them right on their tits. You know?
Yeah.
If
but,
it goes there first, winning.
you're gonna get a sexual harassment thing for that. If you say.
Well, I'm not going to do that. You know.
No, like I remember getting called into the EO office a few times because I said that to some women, and I'm just like, is it not the truth? And like the person like counseling me is trying to keep a straight face, and I'm trying to make eye contact with them. I'm like, hey, you know that's the truth, right? Why am I in here? Okay, well you can just take that counseling statement, roll it up, and stick me in the eye, because that's the only way it's gonna hurt me.
Finally heard back from Jimmy.
Yeah.
All he could possibly squeeze out of his fingers were 3 words. Too much booze.
God bless you, Jimmy.
So he went off to worship the porcelain god. It is what it is. Kiro Ninja 005 donation. Pop, you should send AOC.
A dick pic?
No, this frickin' thing jumped in the middle when I'm trying to read it. A copy of the movie Idiocracy. She may actually learn something about herself.
That's absolutely true. True statement.
You remember when they were making that dude take the IQ test? If you have 1 bucket that's 5 gallons and 1 bucket that's 10 gallons, how many buckets do you have? People next to him are like, That's where we're headed, man.
Yep.
It's sad.
Sad but true.
Yeah, exactly. It would be hysterically funny if it wasn't happening to us. It's like, it's funny when you're watching the movie, but then you look around
It's
and you
funny
see
now until it's not going to be funny.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there who are going to be ruining the day that they allowed it to get this bad.
Oh, yeah. Xenomancer, $5 donation. I hope they actually try a gun buyback. I will print myself a new car before they are done paying me.
You know, I'm actually considering, like, I checked out those 80-20 things they have going on, where you can get receivers that are 80% done and then you can finish them out yourself.
Yeah.
I can't find anything that's in stock. I mean, that's pick clean. So people are like buying that shit up and going crazy.
Crazy. Scapoon with $20 Australia. Not even Australia's gun laws are that draconian.
Yep.
Y'all are going to need to, make sure that you all lose your guns in a tragic boating accident because we're headed for Mad Max territory pretty damn
Well,
quick.
back before I actually had to get rid of my guns when I got divorced, I couldn't even remember where I bought them. So they're asking me things like, what the fuck?
All you know is when you upgrade.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck him!
I always know when Pop gets a new gun because he'll walk into my house and be like, dude, I got an upgrade.
I don't have any guns.
They all. Yeah, I mean, this was a long time ago before you lost them all.
Those were loaned to me
in a tragic boating accident.
For doing videos.
Yes.
I don't own any.
They were only on loan.
Yeah, I don't own anything.
Yes. Yeah, they're all gone.
Gone. I have a sword room, and I have a bunch of warhammers and axes.
Yeah, you got some right behind you over there.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of getting into bow and arrow, but that's kind of gay.
Yeah, it wasn't gay when Rambo did it.
It's just not going to work.
Maybe you're too gay for it. I don't know.
You damn dog.
Oh, the dog's down there?
Yeah.
Oh, a little shaken, pissed dog.
Well, she's at that point in her life where she's chewing on stuff to teeth.
Of course.
Little damn puppy. All right.
Little bitch, literally.
She's snake food.
First Domino, $10 donation. Blake, you interrupt more than Alex Jones. Jeez. Actually, no, I was the one being interrupted by the drunk guest.
Yeah, he was getting sloppy at the end, but
Well, I think that's why he went to go up, Chuck.
it's okay.
It's all good.
I'm not mad at it. I will never be mad at somebody for drinking.
I've been working with you for 13 years almost.
Yeah.
I'm used to being interrupted by now.
Yep.
Irish lover, 77.45, $5 donation. I was an E7 in the Marine Corps Infantry, 2 to 4 months, 0317.
Oh, 3.
Oh, MOS, I'm sorry.
So he was 0311.
03.
0311 is the basic infantry, Marine infantry MOS code.
Oh, yeah.
And then as they get more qualifications and rank, they add up. It goes up to like, I think it was 0319 is like a sergeant major or something. I wasn't a Marine. Don't hold it against me that I wasn't. But I served alongside Marines, and I loved them to death. And I was appalled at how their chain of command treated the grunts. Treated them like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I remember you saying, like, the best infantry soldier on the planet, bar none, right out of basic, is Paris Island, but they treat their people like dog shit.
They treat them terrible. That's why they have such a horrible retention rate. Like almost everyone gets out of the Marines after one enlistment. They're just sick of it. And I don't blame them.
So you look at a Marine officer and you're like, wow, you must be into some masochistic shit. Does your wife tie you up? Just asking for a friend.
Now, I've made a few Marine officers' life I turned them into a redneck nightmare using administrative violence on occasion.
A redneck nightmare?
A redneck nightmare.
Isn't that like finding out that someone that you banged isn't your cousin?
No. I had some Marine Corps officers, like, give me some shit. I'm like, oh, you want to fuck with me? Okay. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted, baby.
I got behind the computer.
Oh, you didn't just bring 5 gallons of milk and call it good? Okay.
No. I had like the DOD, and the Department of Army IG, the Marine IG. I had the Department of the Navy involved. They all knew his fucking name. He was one unhappy camper.
Where?
And I get called in there, and they're talking to me, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, what are you going to do now, bro?
What are you going to do?
I'm a triple tabbed, guy, E8 in the Army. Yeah. You can't do nothing to me. I'm bulletproof here. You're fucked. Because in the Marine Corps, once they know your name, you're never going to get promoted again. You're done.
Yeah. All right. Let's divert from Super Chats just for a minute, I think.
All right.
Because I'd love to talk about the fact that, the most popular, duly elected, and a completely fair, balanced, and election with no irregularities whatsoever. He was put in there as a referendum on the fact that we had to get rid of a dictator, right?
Oh, yep. That's exact. Well, first of all, what do you call putting up all the barriers around the White House and asking for crew-served weapons to defend it?
Yeah.
Okay, that is dictator shit right there.
Yeah. See, that's the difference between an election that you win versus an election that you shoplift.
Yes. Or one you're appointed or you're installed to.
Yes. Just saying.
Yep.
And to the point where we had to, go through everybody's social media and find out if anybody voted for the last president. We got to make sure that he can't be there. Otherwise, he might assassinate
Whatever.
the former vice president. Give me a break. But seriously, what is the count now for executive orders?
I think we're at 38.
That's a lot. I don't know. I'm going to show you guys. This is just the list that that CNN currently has online. And I'm just going to scroll through. Look at this shit.
Yep.
It just goes and goes and goes. And the majority of these are reversing Trump's decisions.
Yep.
It's just look at some of this stuff. Yeah. Halts construction of border wall by exterminating the national emergency declaration used to fund it. Undoes Trump's expansion of immigration enforcement within the United States. Reverses the Trump administration's restrictions on U.S. entry for passport holders from 7 Muslim-majority countries, only to reinstitute the ban and then add South Africa to it.
Yep.
But it's xenophobic when Trump does it. Let's see. Requires non-citizens to be included in the census and apportionment of congressional representatives. So you know what that means. We're going to artificially inflate the number of representatives in Congress for people who are non-citizens.
That's pretty much.
Isn't that because that's what the census is used for?
Well, first of all, like, you're causing my blood pressure to go up when you talk like this. Like, literally, after the election, I was laid up for a week because my blood pressure was almost to the point where I had to go to the hospital.
Ugh.
I just couldn't believe it was happening.
It's bad news bears. Oh, yeah, of course we knew about the canceling of the Keystone Pipeline, rejoining the Paris Climate Accord. So basically, between the immigration reform and rejoining the Paris Climate Accord, and in all likelihood, we're probably going to see rejoining of the TPP and stuff like that. The Democrats have quite literally become the party of slavery again.
Yep. And they're the party of dictatorship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Iran is going to get a nuclear weapon.
This right here, this list of shit, not even 3 weeks after being installed in office, this is what a dictator looks like. Okay? This.
Yep.
It is. And the really funny thing, like right here, February 2nd, one of his newest ones here, revokes Trump's order justifying separating families at the border and creates a task force that recommends steps to Biden to reunite separated families, except for the fact that part of this executive order also requires building more cages. But, we're bettering their situation when Biden's in office. It's kids in cages and concentration camps when it's Trump.
Yep. Listen, we've totally destroyed this country because they hated one man.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to be honest. I didn't really like him myself, but he was good for the country.
Yeah.
I mean, his track record speaks for itself.
It really does. And what really cracks me up is that the media actually expected us to believe this is the less intelligent version of Adolf Hitler. He's disgusting, he's vile, he's the one who's racist and bigoted and wants you to suffer, right? Okay, now, who's telling us this? The people who have been racketeering, plotting behind the scenes, doing everything that they can to reduce the median family income, bring in illegal immigrants in this country and offshore jobs so that they can justify paying everybody else less money. The people who have been behind the scenes or overtly abusing us for the entirety of our lives.
Correct.
But just because one guy got into office, they actually expected us to believe that they flipped on a dime and now they wanted to protect us.
And it just goes deeper than that. I mean, this whole abusing us for decades, I would say we've been being taken advantage of since roughly the 30s.
Oh, yeah, well, that was when FDR did his little socialist experiment.
Correct.
And most of that got thrown out during the ensuing decade.
Thing is, because we saw exactly with the whole Robin Hood stock thing.
Oh, yeah.
The
rules and the laws do not apply.
When that happened, you literally saw the veil blow out, and you saw the craziness that's taken place. Like, there is a small percentage of people who are just siphoning wealth off of the backs of everyone, and it's been going on since the 30s, maybe earlier. I mean,
yeah.
It might have cost the first depression, the Great Depression.
Yep.
I don't. I really don't. I'm not that crystal clear on that part of history, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's bad news bears. Very, very bad news bears.
Yeah,
I just,
it is.
and it's happening.
All I can say is
so
they better
fast
hope that I'm
right
never
now.
put in charge. It's going to be bad for some people.
I mean, it's almost like, Herbert Walker, Bubba Bill, W, and Obama were like the warm-up crew. Obama shifted things into overdrive in a big way,
Yep.
trying to push us in this direction. And then we had 4 years of reprieve, which showed a lot of people like, hey, this is how things can actually be. The economy can be this good.
Yeah. All you just dial back all of the repressive policies and regulations that are stifling the economy.
Yeah.
We're intentionally putting a candle snuffer over the flame of America.
Yeah, because what we're seeing when we see, the top 6 corporations that control virtually all the media that everybody consume, that was made possible. These vertical antitrust monopolies were made possible because of economic leftism,
Correct.
not capitalism. An actual free market encourages competition. What we're seeing here is not free market. This is the direct result of government intervention.
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing now is, when you allow too many monopolies to exist, they become too powerful, and they rival the government in the country in which they inhabit.
Yep. And inevitably what happens after that is that you have these people trying to control the narrative, which is where you get big tech censoring independent voices online.
Correct.
Or in this case now, the media has to... The Biden team asks White House reporters for questions in advance.
Well, of course.
And of course, Miss Circleback, Holla Back Girl, one time at band camp, I stuck a flute in every orifice in my body. She still has to circle back to everything, even though she's getting the questions ahead of time.
She probably has to circle back to her first period. She's such an idiot.
When your head is jammed that far up your own ass to where you're using your nostrils and mouth as a peephole. I mean, yeah.
It's a good point.
You just kind of,
Touché.
it is what it is. It's not like she was a columnist at CNN writing smash pieces on Trump or anything before that. Ooh, you might want to look that up.
Yep. Oh, my Lord.
It is.
So how many people we have watching now?
We still got, it looks like 854.
All right.
I think we lost a few people. They were all drinking to try to keep up with Jimmy, so they took off. It's all good, though. But I think the most egregious piece of news this week, although I think Jen Psaki asking for questions beforehand is pretty damn egregious. But this one is right there at the top of the list if it doesn't take the throne. DOJ investigating Elon Musk's SpaceX for allegedly failing to hire a non-U.S. citizen, non-permanent resident. So to boil it down, just so everybody knows, okay? You're not supposed to hire illegal immigrants.
Correct.
Okay?
That's a law.
Yes. But now the DOJ is investigating Elon Musk's company for not breaking the law.
What does that tell you? That tells you this is just the beginning of the government using the law enforcement apparatus as a weapon.
Yep.
Because this isn't about him not hiring an illegal alien. This is about him going against lockdown, moving his shit out of California,
Yep.
and being anti-bullshit. And they're coming after him.
It's not like we've seen examples like this before.
And
right?
listen, they're going to keep doing this, and they're going to start encroaching on a certain state, and that state's going to say "fuck you" and pull out, and then it's going to be game on.
I hope Texas gets better at pulling out, because just from what I've seen down there, they like to leave it in, if you know what I mean.
It's not as bad as the red trash land where I was once in. Upstate New York, the home of the red trash.
Yeah. I just gotta laugh though. I mean, because this is The government loves to harass people. They love to weaponize the legal system against people who don't toe the line.
Correct.
I'm just going to say it flat out. That is why Bill Cosby is in jail. It's not because he, took Quaaludes and banged a few chicks when he was married in the 70s, because that was standard operating procedure for people in Hollywood at the time.
That was standard operating. That was SOP in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s.
Exactly. The reason why he's in jail is not because he actually did anything wrong, because he was convicted without evidence. It's because he did not toe the line. Very publicly. He wasn't on board with the BLM shit. He wasn't even on board with the Bonez.
Nope. I wasn't on board with that shit.
Maybe that's a
either.
very unpopular opinion, but personally, I don't give a shit whether you agree with me or not. I'm entitled to it.
Amen.
Where? We can go back and do some more super chats if you
Let's do
guys
that.
like.
Let's do that.
Not that I'm encouraging anybody getting on the Quaalude train and riding some Tijuana basket fuckers or anything. But hey, everybody's got their own idea of fun.
Yeah.
Winning.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
We got a lot more donations through Streamlabs. I'm going to try this out here. Jake Duke donated $20 via Streamlabs. When can I buy your audiobooks? As soon as I record them. One of the things that I'm going to be doing, because we're going to be going primarily to a live stream format pretty soon. The Popp Cultures will still be done, but those are going to be twice a month to be swapped out occasionally with a paranormal pop. And you'll probably get some ride and roasts on a Saturday, since everybody seems to really dig those. And I don't want to stop doing those either. Those are fun.
And I think we'll still keep doing the live from the lair.
Well, live from the lair. Those are actually going to be live is the plan.
Okay.
Sunday nights, hopefully.
Sunday night.
Sunday nights live from the lair, actually live. Probably going to put you back in the sword room because people missed that.
They really do?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, just seeing you in front of the boards and stuff, it's a nice throwback. But they like the weapons.
I know. I get and when I was doing the sword room thing, I got like a whole bunch of feminist hate mail about you
Toxic masculinity.
Swords. I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Where?
Listen. I've studied war since I was 13. I got bored, so I had to go back to the Middle Ages and study their war.
More war.
I mean, what do you want from me?
But anyway, about the audiobooks, while I'm in Texas, I'm probably going to take some time and record one of the audiobooks. Try to get that out there for you guys.
Suck a dick!
Suck a dick! Fellow war hoarder donated $4. Brooklyn accent. Hey, remember, boys, this G.I. Joe takes place 1974, and Blake's name is AK-74 Auxiliary Keyboard 1974. That's a lot of 1974, I'm just saying. His car gun is an AK-74 rechambered in 5.56, captured at Cobra Meth Lab on the Tamiyami Trail. Also, Torino FC Soccer Club represent. Bitch.
Yeah, he must be referring to the 5.45 by 39 AK-74 platform.
Mike with a $5 donation. Pop, what do you think about the Myanmar coup, also known as Burma?
Not really up to speed on it. But,
well, I mean, Myanmar is a coup in the literal sense.
Yeah.
It's a military dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of any dictatorship at all.
Well, I mean, they had
We'll
a
see.
democratic election. I want to say it was in the 90s. They elected someone. And the military dictatorship claimed that they were going to honor the election, and they've just thrown the chick in prison, and she's been there ever since. And they've been begging for our help, but because they don't have oil or other exploitable resources,
We're not going to help them?
they just America doesn't really seem to care.
Well, I'm going to be honest. As a soldier, if I'm going to risk life, limb, or eyesight, I want a tangible benefit from it. I'm not going over there for hearts and minds. I don't care. I feel bad for them. I really do.
I know.
But pony up some cash.
Pony up some cash.
I'm just saying.
It's kind of hard to earn that in a military dictatorship.
All right, then.
Just saying. Fellow war hoarder with a $4 donation. I made up a band name while drinking at Fort Bragg, specifically Bragg Boulevard. Guy Buttholes and the Gay Dicks. The bass drum should be painted with a green weenie with a dick banging another dick with a dick. Also, band name 80085, like calculators.
Yeah,
Boobs.
I've been drinking down there many times. Fort Bragg Boulevard.
Fellow war order
Bars
again.
and pawn shops.
Yes. A real $1, just the tip opinion. Many women are deeply repressed, deeply closeted war sexuals who possess very high, very keen cases of hybristophilia. You know what's true, Top? War sexual. Sincerely, a fellow war hoarder.
Yeah,
Blah!
I am a war hoarder.
Somebody said send Greta. Isn't Greta in hot shit right now?
I don't know.
I think something got leaked, and now like the country of India is all pissed at her.
Really?
Yeah, we need to talk about that next week.
Okay.
Should be
Greta.
interesting. Let's Play PC donated again. Pop, are you sure that you're interested? You're that interested in AOC? She has a horsey face, and it looks like she has no ass.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, she's
you know,
Latin. I'd be surprised if she didn't have an ass.
she's on all fours. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a true story.
And I'm just saying, I just want to see the tits. I'm not like saying I'll bang her, okay? Come on.
Gaping hole.
Oh.
Fellow war hoarder donated again. I'm going to write that nightmare imagery of that cosmetic surgeon into the 1974 plot. Now Cobra has a reason to be in Detroit. Also, since AOC is Cobra, she's officially the new Baroness unless you guys have any other ideas. Winning, happy
Cool
town.
with that, as long as you depict her with good tits.
Absolutely. War hoarder again. Sweaty headphones. Blake wore on his gay cruise. I have some ideas about what kind of merchandise you could have, but I'd rather talk in person about World War II stuff. Amy Horton is a pretty woman. I feel bad for her, too. I don't hate women. War sexual.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, she looks kind of like Olivia Wilde. So if she didn't have warts, she looks like an actress that a lot of dudes would probably bang. Maybe not talk to, but bang.
Hey, look, man. I'm just saying. She's at the top of their teardrop now.
Yep. Jail.
Oh, teardrops. Fellow war hoarder donated again. $1. The White House with crew observed weapons and HESCO barriers sounds cool as fuck.
Until you have to storm it.
Yeah, I know. Not gonna lie, objectively speaking, of course, the left became literal Nazis in order to try to cancel a so-called literal Nazi in Donald Trump. Triggering.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That is the irony of the whole situation.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
anti-fascists.
There's no way Trump was some kind of fascist. It was such bullshit.
Yeah. It's bad news bears. Bad news bears all around. Polska Bob with another $10. Guys, let's have a drink for Jimmy. Yeah, he can't have any more.
I think he's asleep.
He's either asleep or he's puking his guts out
Nah, he
somewhere.
didn't have enough to puke. He's just sleeping.
Lazarus Long, the man who does not need a porn name because he already has one, donated $5. They are not attacking Trump because they hate him. They are attacking Trump because they hate the people. Trump was their symbol, and they want to make sure the people never get out of line again.
That's absolutely correct.
Amen.
But the next time the people get out of line, they're not going to like it.
True story. Been buying up all those ammunitions and weapons and good times. Crusader Nate, $10. Blake, was that your travel agent confirming your cruise reservation when I got my phone call? No. It was Noah wanting to know if I wanted a spot on the Ark. Island Hermit RP, get turd flinging monkey on the show.
Okay.
Okay. We've been talking about it forever. It seems like we're both really terrible about following up on it.
We'll send him an invitation again.
Speaking of which, Sydney MGTOW back in the house. $5
All right.
Australian. Super chat for super guys. Big ups, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Deploribus Rex, $10 donation. Pop, this is not your master. I am your master. LOL, Space Ghost.
Okay.
Irish Lover, $5. I think Jimmy's 3 sheets to the wind. I think we all know that by now. He keeps drinking like that. He's going to be 3 shits to the wind. Anthony Perkins, $5. Psycho. Terrence Pop, shout out to you, brother, and your producer. I'm retired military myself. Shout out to the DD-214 crew.
Amen.
Owned you, €5. If Blake was a pro wrestler, his finisher would be the big slurp, and it would involve a sneaky attack with a straw.
God damn. That's just nasty, bro.
You're never going to live that straw joke down, man. I can't believe I actually got you to say it. Because
didn't
that
wanna
was
say
one I had to club you over the head practically.
'Cause
You're
that
like,
was
I don't
so
want to say
disgusting.
it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm like, you're going to say it. Why? Because this is comedy.
That was disgusting.
Well, when you finally did, it's comedy gold.
Shut up.
It's absolute comedy gold.
Just shut up. That's
Just the
horrible.
fact that we have dudes who can't look at a drinking straw or a carton of Neapolitan ice cream the same way means that we're having an effect, for good
Okay.
or ill.
Yeah.
Stephen Kent, $10. Pop, what is your favorite rifle round? I personally think the 308 is the best all around.
Okay. I am a fan of the 308, but it doesn't perform as well as the 6.5 Creedmoor out to 1,000 meters. But most people don't shoot 1,000 meters. At best, you're going to be a designated marksman. Go out to maybe 500-600 meters. The 308 is perfect. I do like the 5.56 because you can carry more rounds, and it is fairly deadly for when you get multiple hits. So I would have to go with that. So, and then I like the 9mm and I like the 45. But my best pistol round that I would carry would be the 9mm, and probably you are correct with the 308 because it's still a military caliber, and you can get your hands on military ammunition pretty readily these days. Well, up until the craziness took place. So we'll see.
The craziness. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
They passed this stupid bill. It's not going to be any.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Vacation.
Hey, you're going to start seeing
Yeah.
lines getting drawn.
Firmly in the sand. I sincerely hope so. Let me see here. Deploribus Rex. No one can choose to be good without having the original capacity to do evil.
Okay. I suppose you're going to get all philosophical and shit.
Well, it's just, hard times create good men. Easy times create pussies.
I'm going to be honest. Like when I was deployed forward, if I had not been on the ground, really bad shit would have happened. I was that voice of calm, like, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. We don't need to dial this up to 11. We're cool at 6. Stay at 6. So, calmer
Good
heads
plan.
prevail until they don't anymore.
Yeah. James L. with a $9.99 donation. Great show, guys. Thank you for the donation. Richie the Pug is back again, $4.99. Pop the best. Go fight me. I'll get all my Silicon Valley colleagues at Facebook to be on rink with me. We can't drink, but we can bring some baba tea.
Okay.
Whatever works. Gundanium Dova, $10 donation. My high school reunion just happened while I was doing AT at Fort McCoy. The stories tell me McCoy was actually more fun.
I did lots of time at McCoy. It wasn't that bad there. They have a good NCO club if you catch it at the right time.
At the right time.
Yeah, I pulled some tail out of there.
Pulled some tail.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Back in your hog slaying days.
Well, they were female military members because that's pretty much what's there. But still,
Yeah.
Pull some tail.
Hopefully they're in good shape.
They're okay.
They're okay.
I was drinking.
Pat Daddy, $10 donation. Goat Belly asks, what chicks did young Pop partake in the most? Ditch pigs, tundra hogs, Fort Bragg wildebeest, buffarillas, swamp donkeys, or trailer park trophies?
I would go with the trailer park trophies. I definitely did not want to
Red
mess with
trash.
swamp donkeys. Not good.
Swamp donkeys.
Yeah. I have to go with the trailer trash chicks. They're always a good time.
What specifically about the trailer trash chicks?
Oh, yeah. You just, find out some chick needs her gas bill paid. You got a party for the night. What? That's the way it works, All right, who needs their electric bill paid? You look okay. Let's drink. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, man. What do you want from me, man? I don't lie. I'm painfully truthful. Even when I introspect it myself. Especially when I'm drinking. I can't even drive home.
I can't.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's fucking fun. And it's ridiculous.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's like I say stuff. I'm being completely honest and forthright, and he like laughs his ass off. Oh my God!
I'm just saying. I mean, we've all been there. You know, we've all been.
Listen,
in
you have not been in a trailer park and going, "Who needs their electric bill paid?"
No, I've not done that.
All right, then.
But we've all been in a situation where, you know, maybe it was late. 1:30 in the morning, you decided to just drop a few texts or phone calls and see who would pick up. And then all of a sudden, you're about to approach the moment of truth, or maybe you just finished doing that. And like me personally, I've been right smack dab in the middle, and I'm just like,
what am I
doing? Why am I even like, oh, God.
Yeah. On what flowchart of insanity am I on that brought me to this craziness moment?
Yeah, but
You know what?
it's just further proof that men are nowhere near as shallow as women. Nowhere near.
Half the kids born in the United States were a product of thinking like that. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, because dudes will put themselves in that situation perfectly sober. Women usually requires a lot of alcohol, and it usually gets followed up in the morning by a restraining order, a call from the police, and
or you run for the back door.
Yeah. Bad news.
What am I doing here, bro?
What am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't want to talk to you.
Or, I'm drinking, Bad Pop takes over the helm. I wake up in the morning, Bad Pop, what did you do?
What did you do
Evil
to
Pop,
me?
what did you do to me?
Oh, you coyote ugly bastard.
I guess I got to get some pills.
Yeah. Penicillin. There's a reason why penicillin begins with penis. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Shark dentures, $2. Pop the shrink. Wah! That'll be $200, please.
Wah.
Wah.
Dude, that'd be terrible.
That'd be a funny skit, though. We should do some sketches like that.
Or a life coach.
Yeah, Pop the life coach.
What's going on here? Uh-huh.
Oh, walk it off.
Why don't you fucking punch him in the face? What's going on here? He's talking shit to you, and you're crying about it? Man up! You punch that motherfucker in the face.
Damn right.
You gotta be. If you don't give your respect, you gotta take it.
Yes.
God damn it.
Stephen Kent with a $10 donation. Would Pop consider nailing the fat chick a waste of time if he unwrapped the lasagna only to find out that it's made with fish and bukkake sauce?
No. That whole whitefish lasagna, I mean, I can't believe they actually cooked that in an English chow hall. Because there was an English company was running that chow hall. In what fucking world is that a good idea?
I got nothing.
I got whitefish lasagna. Fuck you.
No. I'm
and if anyone out there, whoever
that.
prepared that shit out there, fuck you. Just fuck you right now. Because that shit was just horrible. It's insulting. It's just disrespectful. There's not even a word for it.
Terrible. Jaron Davis, $2. My dad is watching. Can you say hi to him?
Sure. Hey, what's up, Dad?
What's up, Dad? Mr. Jaron Davis, sperm donor. Let's go, man. Liberty or Death, $5 donation. Don the Pleb at Plebeian Media was demonized today. Or maybe he meant demonetized. I'm not sure. Ex-Marine, go show him some love, guys.
Okay. I never heard of him.
Nor have I. But hey, any shout-outs to other creators? We all got to stick together.
Fuck yeah.
Through this shit. I mean, we're all getting the same abuse heaped on us. So,
yeah, and we do
shout
have a
each other
GoFundMe for future legal expenses that I'm pretty sure we'll need.
It's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Jeremy Morgan, clarifying his earlier point with a $2 donation. AATW was airborne all the way.
Okay. You got me.
You got me. Pat Daddy back again with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. What?
He must have been in the 82nd. Because
Maybe.
they're big into that stuff. I was in the Rangers.
Ah.
The 82nd, there's some animals, man. There's some dangerous motherfuckers. I jumped with them twice, and they were just, this is savage. Savage.
What co-F drinking GI dance steps did Pop master?
I don't even remember, man.
No.
To be honest with you,
He's got some lists here.
I'm a goon. All right, I'm not a good dancer.
White man's overbite.
After my divorce, I actually invested good money to learn how to dance in 3 winters in a row. And I still can't do it. I suck.
We got here a lawn sprinkler,
No. Oh, I know what that is.
starting the lawnmower,
Yeah.
putting out the cigarette,
Uh-huh.
pumping the shotgun, the chest stretch, milking the cow, picking the apples, and the bus driver conga line.
I think I'd have to go with starting the lawnmower
Yeah, everybody does that one. Yeah.
and the sprinkler.
Yeah. What is that one that is doing the dice? Something like that. Suzanne McCarley has a $30 donation. Thank you very much. See, we do have chicks who watch our show.
Oh, she's been watching our stuff forever. She's a big men's rights person.
Awesome. Thank
and
you
I've
for
met her
tuning in.
several times. She's a good woman. Good woman.
Thank you, Suzanne, very much. John Kennedy. Looks like he doesn't have the haircut. $5 donation. Hey, Pop, do you ever make it to the UPS store to get Evil Bert's package?
I swung by there today and the line was long. I'll swing by there again.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Pop doesn't do lines.
Well, because they're all a bunch of pussies.
Unless they're off a hooker's
They're all
ass.
6 feet apart, and it's like literally like almost half a block long. I'm not waiting in line for that bullshit. I'm
It's
sorry.
BS, man.
But a bunch of
And it doesn't do anything. Now they're trying to get you to wear like 2 or 3, 4 masks.
They want you to wear 3 masks, a face shield, and then ram a stick up your ass once a week. Get the fuck out of here. What's going on? Your dog's fucking up your shit? Well, what do you want, man? She's a puppy. That's what they do. So, anyway, let's throw out a little story here. All right. So, back in the day, I like to hang out at this club called the Madigan, which was on Fort Lewis, located behind the Madigan Army Hospital. And I was talking up this one chick, and it finds out that she's actually in the MP unit on post. So that's a double win for me. And I'm telling you, like, I chatted her up. We hung out a few times, worked out pretty good. But whenever I was going to find myself in a pinch, I'd call her, find out the deal, and then she like made it all go away. It was amazing. So, listen, it's all about who you know, man.
Everybody wants to know. Everybody's saying, like, show the dog. Okay, this is my shake and piss dog.
It's his wife's. I call her snake food.
Yeah, snake food. She's kind of nice, but she's a little shithead. She pees all over the damn house.
And she chews on everything because she's
Chews
teething.
on everything. Wee. Here. Go to sleep.
Savage animal.
Wee.
Savage.
Ascension, $5 donation. Second band name is Low Tide Mike with the hit singles Can You Smell the Love Tonight, Find the Finger, and Washed It Out with a Drinking Straw.
Ah! God damn the drinking straw shit, man. God damn it.
I'm glad that I could come up with such a long-running gag that's...
It's because it fucks with me.
yes, it does.
Because I like every time you say that, I get the visual over and over again.
So, like, the gay cruise doesn't bother me.
No.
You know, they keep it up because it's funny, but the drinking straw, every time you just imagine, like, slurping that shit up.
Oh, my
just,
God. Stop it.
You're welcome. Irish Lover 7745 $5 donation. Blake, I was a gunny and served in the 2-4 Marine Corps Infantry, my MOS 0317 Scout Sniper.
Yeah! You went to Pendleton. I went there. I did the Pendleton sniper course.
Outstanding.
I'm telling you, they fucking take the sniper shit to a whole new level.
Of course they do.
They dig, like, their hides are awesome.
Yeah. Ben RP, $5 donation. Gingers have no souls. Eric Cartman, SP.
Yeah, I found out the hard way from my ex-wife, allegedly.
I've been there, done that.
What was I thinking?
As far as redheads and everything go, yeah. I've had
What
my
was
share.
I thinking, man?
You were thinking with the little head, not the big head.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's totally true.
Well, oh, she different, and she loves me.
She got red hair, got big tits, nice hourglass figure, green eyes.
She'll never stop sucking my peg D,
I wanna
right?
hit that shit forever. Yeah,
I
right.
won't just get it on New Year's Eve on my birthday.
That ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen
that
to
won't
me,
happen to me.
'cause I'm different.
And I love you.
Get the hell out of here.
DeWall, $10. And blocking people from South Africa, this is racist. There are pale people fleeing genocide in South Africa.
If I run the show, I'm gonna roll down there in force. I'm gonna pull all those pale people out of there and bring them back to the States because those people are some productive farming motherfuckers.
Ginger Hamster wants to know what's up with all the ginger hatred on the stream. No, we don't hate gingers. The problem is that we love gingers far too much.
But we understand their nature.
But we understand their nature. We understand that it's a pump and dump scenario. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now they can no longer flee to the U.S. If they aren't pale, MSM would be raising hell. That's correct.
Yep.
They're melanin challenged. Right?
That's what I call it. I myself am severely melanin challenged.
I sell cat litter.
Are you serious?
With a 1776 super chat.
Amen!
I bet there's a video of AOC being spit roasted out there somewhere.
God, please send it to me. Please send it to me.
Yes.
I want to see that video.
Oh, man. Speaking of which, and I know that I'm going to have to put this out there just because it's way too much fun. I'm going to get this ready to go here just because of the name. I sell kitty litter. Because you thought this was an absolute work of art.
Which one? Oh, yes.
From the new episode.
Dude, come on. That's
so
a
I'm
masterpiece.
Throw this up over
that
here.
is a masterpiece. Where's the cats?
So I'm going to have to... Oh, it's not in there?
The cats aren't
Oh,
in there.
I don't have the cats in there. Damn it.
God damn it.
I'll find it. Don't
the
worry
dancing
about
cats are the best, man.
Yes, they are.
Listen, when he showed me this, I was literally like, I'm like, rewind it. I understand. It's a masterpiece. Because that is almost exactly how I envisioned Boxed Wine in Catland.
Boxed Wine in Catland, yeah.
I'm serious.
Well, let me see if I can grab it here for you guys.
All right, let's just be real here. All right. So, say you are a gentleman who's in his 40s, and you come across a woman in her early 40s who's already been divorced. All right, so you know in your thinking meat that she's already been through the whole process.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna like revisit this with her, especially if it, with her diminishing returns? Why are you gonna do? I mean, it does. If you're a logical thinker, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense either. That all of that experience that they have, racking up a Clinton body count suddenly makes them more valuable.
Yeah, it doesn't. If I could put her behind a keyboard and have her do day trading and make me $1 million, okay, all right, I might be able to see. Are we going to show it now?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, here we go, dude.
If you've never seen what Boxed Wine in Catland looks like,
yep, and this is on shrooms too.
Yes, on shrooms.
Check this is comedy gold, bro. It's so fucking funny. Show it, man. Show it. Let it go. Oh my God!
And yes,
funny.
I will be making that GIF available for people.
Oh my God, that is.
You can send that to your feminist friends when they tell you that their number doesn't matter.
That's another thing, is I have no idea why people aren't sending my videos to these feminist bullshit women out there who are fucking their lives up. Because I explained exactly what's going on in it.
Oh, it's because they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And it basically, it's not an invitation to have a dialogue. It's an invitation to end a friendship. And
well, actually, when I first started this channel, I was friends on Facebook with a girl I had known since high school. She was very feminist. She's a lumpy liver licker. And I sent her one of my videos, and she's like, you're a sexist. And she unfriended me.
Wah.
So I messaged her, and I'm like, why are you going to cry so much?
Yeah.
Like, whatever. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
What are you going to do?
Fuck him!
The bacon is back. I had to direct search the channel to find the show. Getting shadow banned much?
Could be.
That's probably the title.
Well,
Yeah,
we've been
AOC is a liar.
getting shadow banned since we started.
True enough. Former Ghost's funeral service, $5 donation. It will be interesting to see how the states that claimed 2A sanctuary status, if that horrendous bill does pass.
Yes.
Rocky times ahead.
Called it.
Bad news, man. Bad news.
Called it.
David Gummer. I'm assuming that he'd be very popular on board the gay cruise ship with a name like Gummer. Hey, Pop, the chunky trollop co-insurer?
I mean, I've dealt with some chunky trollops in the past.
Hog Slayer.
Well, that's, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Bacon 243. Extra creamy white tuna lasagna for the winning. No.
Oh my God! Stop it, man!
You could eat that with a drinking straw.
Shut up!
Z-Link Corrupted 556. My son was born yesterday. Congratulations! I will have him hooked on your videos as soon as I can take him home.
Well, amen to that. So he just fell out of the meat sack, huh?
Mm.
He's got to be He's a newbie, man.
Yeah, congratulations to you, good sir.
Train him right.
Yep. That is the only kind of love at first sight that exists.
Train him right.
Seeing your
Teach him to
kids.
fight.
Yep.
What you doing?
Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo. $20 Canadian. Do you know how witches keep from falling off their flying broomsticks? They don't wear panties.
Suction cup? Much?
Troy the Man. I think I just bagged Prancer.
All right.
All right. Oh, we got some more over here on Streamlabs. What do we got here? Fellow War Hoarder donated another $1. AOC and Jen Psaki doing two-way circlebacks in my apartment. Yee yee, live from the Lair Sundays. Yes, church, airborne church. The feminists want to play with our war hordes' swords, and we know it. Go to Civil War reenactments for paranormal pop. Yes.
Actually, I would like to go to one of those. There's that one battle. Is it Gettysburg?
Yeah,
I heard that place is crazy haunted.
I've heard
We
stories.
should check out some shit. That'd be awesome.
You should go back to those tunnels that you liked so much
No.
in Pennsylvania.
No,
Well, in order to go to Gettysburg, guess where we'd
we
have
can
to
go
drive?
around them.
We could go around the tunnels. We don't have to go through the tunnels, right? I mean, it's fucking haunted in there, man. Way.
Look, a lot of dudes died in that motherfucker, man.
I bet they did.
You
I'm
can
sure
feel
they
it when
did.
you drive through.
Yeah, true story. Mike donated $1. Watched a Buddhist monk support the coup in Burma, saying the military is trying to preserve the culture. Muslims are flooding in and creating violence, and the current government is pushing diversity. Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna be honest. When the when the Buddhists start picking up weapons and want to fuck you up,
You have messed up somewhere.
you have fucked up royally. Okay, because you get a Buddhist like, I had enough here. Y'all gotta die. You've royally fucked up. You have royally fucked up. I'm just saying.
That's absolutely true.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's like, you drop the wrong joke at a dinner party, and all of a sudden Gandhi's running after you with a ladle. Get back here, you motherfucker! Oh, I must have said
Are we
something
north
wrong.
of the Obama line?
Yeah. Nice. Mike has donated $5. Hey, what is long and hard and full of semen? Blake's big gay cruise. Blake, you're the best. Oh, thanks, Mike.
Nice.
Welcome to my submarine. It's long and hard and full of semen. Oh, what do we got here? Dun, dun, dun. Fellow War Hoarder again. 37. 37.
Damn.
My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks in a row. Trailer trash. Pop Blake transcended all of those things that were listed. Pop went with Area J double baggers, Matamile double raincoaters, the latter of which are Area J double baggers that also require double condom use.
I would have to agree. But hey, they gotta
Double
get their
bag
electric
it.
bill paid. What can I say?
Sometimes you just got to double bag it to make yourself feel better about some of your really, really poor decisions. Fellow War Hoarder donated $1. Penicillin is for when your penis is illin'.
I like it. You're totally correct. Though it doesn't work so much anymore.
Not so much, no.
You need some
Especially now with the super gonorrhea
Yeah,
that's
that's a
going
thing.
around there. Yeah, that is a thing. That is no good.
I-
Should do a
I-
whole
I-
show on super gonorrhea.
Oh. Oh.
See,
I don't even want to think about that horror.
now in that situation,
That's some scary ass shit, man.
yes, it is. And the drinking straw would not help.
You know, because like Riggs, man, when he'd have gonorrhea, he was all fucked up.
We haven't talked about Riggs in a while.
Because he caught gonorrhea like 6 times in like a 2-month period. It was like he's always coming down with it. Like, dude, are you going back to the same hole that got you sick last time? Are you
probably
not
a
wearing a
glory
condom?
hole.
What's wrong with you?
Glory hole, and he doesn't know what's on the other side of the
I
wall.
don't think glory hole was a thing back then.
It was always a thing.
I never heard of it until recently.
Just because you never heard of it doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Yeah.
Just back that booty up to the hole in the wall there, baby. And let me do the rest.
Yeah, the bad memories just floating through your eyes. I could see him from here, man.
I just remember this horrible story I heard from one of the guys in my his name was Seebeck.
Seabic.
Yeah, Seebeck. And he was down in Seattle, and they were bar hopping, and he went to this one bar, and there was a stool that had like a big giant peg in the top, and he's just like, "Hey, what's that stool up there with that peg in it?" And the bartender's, "It's for fisting." He's like, "Fisting? What's that?" "You know, when I ram a fist up your ass." "Oh, really? Where's the X?"
There's like a bucket of Crisco next to the chair by the bar.
I mean, he was the same age as me. I mean, he was like 19. And he came back and told me that. I'm like, what the fuck was that? What kind of nightmare world were you in, bro? And he's like, don't ever go to that bar, man. Don't even go to that block where the bar's located.
I wouldn't do it.
I was like, oh, dude. Whew.
I go to any bar and there's a freaking bucket of
now,
Crisco on the bar.
Who
No.
knows what's going on in Seattle now, but that was back in the 80s and shit, early 90s.
Well, the few bars that are left that BLM didn't burn down, I'm sure they've got a lot of those soy stools
probably,
up in there.
yeah, probably a lot of fisting in those bars. How is that a thing?
Yeah, Seattle's one of the only places in the country where guys go to the bathroom in groups.
How is that a thing?
Drinking straw.
Oh, stop. Oh, that's horrid.
Oh, shit. Tracy Wilborn with a $5 donation. High school reunions are to see all the losers that you couldn't wait to get away from years before, and to remind you why you wanted to get away from them in the first place. Amen.
My 20-year reunion was priceless. Because all those hot-ass chicks that we were drooling after in high school.
They age off a cliff.
Yeah, most of them aged off a cliff. It was terrible. Though I did wind up banging one shortly thereafter, but
Shocker.
yeah, she was nice.
She was nice.
Oh, she was a good girl. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
What can I say?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
It's the way it rolls.
It's going to be interesting. One of my best buddies is coming back in town. He's in the Air Force. So he's currently overseas.
Fuck him. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's going to be coming back in town. He missed the 10-year, but he told me flat out, he's like, I'm going to the 20-year. You're coming with me. We're going to get drunk off our asses, and we're going to make fun of some motherfuckers. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
How about I go with you and I film the whole thing?
You film?
Well, you'll be drinking. So
I will be
filming.
drinking. Yeah.
Don't look at the camera.
Don't
Don't look at the camera.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. When you look at it, it makes it weird. Just like a devil's three-way. You're not supposed to make eye contact.
No, we need to do a video called What Makes It Weird. Yeah.
You're making it weird. Stop it. So it's like when you go and pick up an Asian hooker. Oh yeah, she looks nice. Hi, how are you? My name is Swallowswell. Hello. My name is Fang Fang. Oh shit.
It just got weird.
It just got weird.
I'm outta here.
I'm out.
I can't do this.
It's like,
weird.
well, if you're on the other side of a wall, I can pretend you're a chick. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, God. Oh. That's just some horrid stuff right there.
You ever see that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, and Danny DeVito's sitting there with the blow-up doll in his lap, and all of a sudden you see the shadow of the cock come across the wall, and he's like, there is no way I can picture that is a girl.
I have not seen that.
That show is hilarious.
You know what? I watched like half of the first season, and I just quit watching it.
Oh, it gets better. After season 2, when Danny DeVito gets on there, it's glorious.
Yeah.
Absolutely glorious. What do we got here? Oh, Ascension with another $5 donation. Did you get that one woman from your previous live stream with the radio show to donate some material for your videos? No, apparently her British beau would not be a fan of that.
I'm not going to ask any. Listen, I'm not going to ask that of a woman. I mean, not one that doesn't do it already professionally.
You put some feelers out for that recently, if
Yes,
I
I
remember
have.
correctly.
Like women who spin on the pole and stuff. I mean, they already show them in a club. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, hey, you want to show tits for $150 for an hour and a half?
Yeah, that's all. It's easier to just do it in front of a green screen. I'm just saying.
just saying.
An audience of 2 winning.
Yeah, there's no craziness. We're not going to get weird or anything. It's just for the show.
Exactly. It's material. That's all it is. It's work.
So far,
they've been trying to convince us forever that sex work is work, right?
Well, I like to get these videos on OrnPay.
OrnPay.
I'm serious.
OrnPay hub.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny.
Okay. What do we got here? First, Domino. They didn't ban plastic straws because the sea turtles ate them. They banned them because all the slurp inside was making the surrounding sea milky and creamy.
Oh, God. Did you ever see that video where they pull that straw out of that turtle's nose?
No.
Yeah, this poor sea turtle had like this, almost an entire drinking straw ran up his nose.
Ooh.
And they capture the turtle. They grab it with like a pair of, I think, channel locks or whatever. And they just pull this motherfucker right out.
Oh.
And they throw him in the water. I'm like, God, that turtle's got to be like, thank God you did that.
Turtle power. What do we got here? 3G Craftsman, $4.99. Citizens arrest of 2A infringements.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We're heading into some dark times, man. There goes your blood pressure again. I could hear it this time. Crusader Nate, $10 donation. Drinking during live streams is a marathon, not a sprint. Just like acquiring camping equipment.
Yeah, you're right. Though I've had some luck of late. I picked up a couple extra rucksacks, some survival blankets, couple sleeping bags, stuff like that.
Nice.
Camping. It's just genuine camping equipment.
Genuine camping gear, yeah. The Bacon again with a $2.23 donation. Capitol Hill, the only city where stools pushes yours in.
Nice.
Yes. And that is all of tonight's Super Chats.
We're going to pack it in.
We're going to well, I don't know if I would use that terminology after talking about stools with a spike on it and Crisco.
There were
on
large
the bar.
pegs.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
We don't want to talk about packing it in with that image fresh in our brain.
All right. We won't do that.
Should we do a safety briefing?
All right, gentlemen. Dark times are ahead. Get yourself your equipment. Get it in order. If you have a lot of equipment, spread it out. And prepare yourself some bug-out equipment and some backup plans and fallback positions. And it's better if you have a group of people. With that being said, stay safe.
Yes. And, yeah, anybody who's interested in joining us on the gay cruise, fuck off. Y'all have a good night.